people don't like you to mention certain things. Some people don't want you to say this. Some people don't want you to say that. Some people think if you mention some things, they might happen. Some people are really fucking stupid.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Damn. We got a real celebrity calling us in a few minutes. Kevin Smith wants to say hi and congratulate us on going to satellite radio. Very, very cool.
Shell out more money to him for the latest Clerks. What is it? Clerks X?
Clerks 10, yeah.
Clerks 10, Clerks X.
10th anniversary.
I already own Clerks on DVD. I enjoy it.
Not like this.
Oh, of course not like this. Now I have to buy it again.
How many times are they going to make you pay for the same movie?
For the same
movie. You really
movie.
figured out from the beginning to where it goes in the end here.
You buy it in the movie theater.
Right.
You go in and watch the movie in the movie theater.
Sometimes twice because it was such a good film.
Such a good movie. You're buying it on cable. You're paying your cable bill, and you get it on cable television.
Well, and maybe even just throwing it on the pay-per-view.
Right. Pay-per-view, you might
there.
get that, punch that up, sure. A couple extra bucks. You buy the DVD.
Well, before that, you go on vacation, you're in a hotel. Huh, look what's on TV.
There you go.
Gotta, rent that.
Might have to rent that one for the night on the still in theaters section of the hotel television.
Then the DVD comes out. You got to get it on DVD.
Perhaps before you even buy it, you rent it.
Right.
Maybe once.
Oh, that's right. We forgot the whole Blockbuster
You
angle.
rented at Blockbuster.
Oh, my God. So how many levels are we up to?
I don't know, but a while after that, you decide, God, that was a good movie. I think I'll buy it for my DVD collection. So you go out and you buy it.
And you think it ends there, right, Anthony?
You would think it ends there,
Finally
but no.
ends.
It never ends.
You probably spend close to $100 on each movie at this point.
Right.
At least the good movies, the blockbusters.
Probably $100. And it's not over yet. Because just because you own the DVD doesn't mean it's over. Because now they put out a more gooder DVD. One with the commentary and interviews and making of and behind the scenes and docudrama.
Special edition.
Special edition, director's cut.
Digitally remastered. What?
Now you have to buy it again. Again. I am so tired of this.
They're brilliant, though. They figured out a way to make you pay for a movie multiple times.
To buy the same stuff over and over and over. Imagine if you could do
Just
that
go
with
to jail, bitch! Sorry.
If you could do that with a wrench. Just selling a wrench at Sears. You buy a wrench and they put out the same wrench, but it's a special edition wrench, so you buy it again. It would never work. But with DVDs, I gotta get this. I gotta get it again. It's special edition. So I'm buying the same stuff. And I'm the worst. I will just go out and buy it. I heard, what was it, Goodfellas. I own Goodfellas. I watch it many times. They put out a special edition. I had to get the goddamn special edition. Clerks now, Kevin Smith is putting out a special 10th anniversary of Clerks.
Does anyone really enjoy the extras, though? In general, every once in a while there's a good one that comes out where you have to check out the commentary and the extras and all that. But in general, it's usually crap.
I'm very into the behind-the-scenes stuff, but I understand what you're saying. A lot of people don't care.
They show the stills of the costumes they're making. Who the F cares?
Man, let me tell you, the Lord of the Rings DVDs, there was so many extras, and some of them really good. They did a really good job on documenting the filming of all those movies. So the documentary part was really good. If you're into knowing how the special effects work and everything, they had separate sections on just the special effects of the movie, which was great. But, yeah. There's a section of photos and costumes and storyboards.
They're little sketches.
I don't want to go through the storyboards of the entire movie and watch a sketch of every shot. You know, that's not really entertaining. Need not be on the DVD. And now, the latest thing that I bought is the Star Wars DVDs. This Lucas should be shot. He's changed things around. He pops in new scenes. He takes out old scenes. What happened to the original Star Wars, where you look back with a little bit of nostalgia?
Sure.
You remember going into the movies and seeing it for the first time. So I want to see it like that.
So the special effects look really fake these days.
And you know
so what, the stormtrooper bangs his head as he
right
coming in to fight.
I like that. He slips on the floor.
Slips on the floor.
And they left it in.
Yeah.
You know what? I like that. And the special effects, if you look back at the time and realize when the movie was made, you go, wow, that was really good for the time.
You know? I think they used little models back then.
A lot of models, right. They didn't have the CGI where you could just...
They didn't have the green screens and...
Yeah, they would use them with models and stuff, which is fine. They just didn't have the computer where you make it in a computer. You make the ships in a computer.
Models on fishing line, I do believe.
That's what they did. They put the models out there and you filmed it like that.
Slide them down a fishing line.
There you go.
Real explosions, blowing up the little model.
Yeah. They put pyrotechnics in there, and now everything's done digitally. And for some reason, George Lucas figured, hey, I can make the movie better by putting in CGI now. So completely out of place and not needed are these creatures walking around where they weren't before. I want the Star Wars I remember watching. That's what I want.
Oh, leave George Lucas alone.
Kevin, how are you, buddy?
What's up, guys?
It's Kevin Smith, our first real celebrity on the Opie and Anthony show.
Thank God.
What? You mean Moore hasn't been on the show yet?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
He's waiting for Last Comic Standing to end, and then he'll be back with us, I'm sure.
Kevin, I know you're a big Star Wars fan.
Oh, yes.
What do you think of the special edition?
I'm just happy to have it on DVD.
See, the son of a bitch made you happy that it's out on DVD at all.
Totally. I'm not one of them. I'm total Uncle Tom for George Lucas.
You're not a purist, one of those, because I've read the reviews where it either gets 4 stars or 1 star. There's nothing in between. And the people that give it 1 star are so pissed off that he's added things in and taken things out that they cannot handle it. They're ready to kill themselves.
I don't know. It's his movies, right? So let him, if he wants to add stuff and if he feels it's a continuing work in progress that he can update every 10 years when the technology jumps, let him do it. Makes him happy.
I don't know. Are you saying this because you've superimposed some CGI on Clerks?
Basically, in Clerks 10, we include the scene where Greedo shoots first. Yeah.
See, now that is a perfect example. Now, you can't even be into that.
No, I was never into
that. Was the dumbest thing.
I really don't like, because I thought it was, even as a kid, I thought, oh my God, how pimp. When,
right.
Han Solo shoots, when he just blows his dude away, his dude's giving him a little grief in the cantina, and he's just like, oh, fuck. Hey, wait a sec, we're on satellite, can we curse?
Oh, you can curse.
You can do whatever you want. Like, You should have heard the show earlier. A girl was getting off with a power drill.
Getting off with a drill bit.
Was she in a church confessional at the time?
No, we'll wait a little while before we do that.
You might want to build up to that one.
Yeah. I like how Han shot him under the table, too. Didn't even show him the gun.
Totally.
It's like that, like you said, completely pimp.
Blows him away, pitches the bartender a quarter.
Well, perhaps because he's a space pirate, because the guy's supposed to be like a roving scumbag, and now, what, because George Lucas has kids, he figures he's got to make these, because he's a role model now or something, and he's got to be a do-gooder, so they change the movie? I don't like that.
Be happy that George Lucas's life didn't take other turns, and instead he would have turned Han into a butt pirate. Could you imagine that? Instead of shooting Greedo, he just spins him around on the table, face down, and
drills him.
Totally.
What do you got coming in on Clerks 10?
Clerks 10, it's a pretty sweet DVD as far as I'm concerned. 3 discs and lots of extras, and the best extra on that disc, though, and on the whole set, is this documentary that our friend Phil Benson put together, which is a 90-minute doc called The Snowball Effect, which kind of tells the whole story of Clerks. Like how from a story from me as a child all the way up to the movie getting bought.
Really?
It's better than the movie itself, to be honest with you.
That's hard. That's a hard sell right there. One of my favorite movies, man.
Thank you, sir.
And
that's right up there.
And may I say, made for $10.50 is what I hear.
$10, sir. $9.35.
Very, very inexpensive movie to make.
Kevin, I want to thank you for Vulgar.
Oh, Brian Johnson's movie.
Yeah, the only movie I was ever horrified by.
The clown rape picture.
The clown
I remember
rape
that one, sure.
picture.
Yeah.
I found a copy of that, and I checked it out. I was horrified, and nothing bothers me, by the way. Nothing.
Total date movie.
It was.
Yeah, that's a chick flick.
We're a little distracted because I think CBS is here, and they're setting up cameras in the studio.
Oh.
For the next segment.
Get out of here.
CBS, so it's got to be accurate.
They want to talk to the pioneers of satellite radio.
Right. We are the pioneers. We are the first. We invented satellite radio.
Basically, Dan Rather's going to come in and say you invented satellite radio.
That's right. See, that wouldn't be good for us.
We have documents saying that Opie and Anthony
were first. Oh, boy.
How is it? How is satellite radio?
It's pretty cool. It's a trip. It's quite different from broadcast radio.
Right.
Not just with the curses, but just the subject matter you can cover, you know?
Yeah, that's the best part of this. You don't have to beat around the bush. You just say what you're feeling.
If there's a girl and she's been masturbating and we have audio of it, we can say that she's been masturbating. We don't have to spend 10 minutes trying to let everybody know what she's doing without actually saying it.
Trying to talk around it.
Yeah, which leaves a dilemma of coming up with more material to fill the time. Jesus Christ, we actually have to prepare and do a show now.
Yeah, we have no commercials, so technically we're doing like 5 hours of material. Whoa, that light's not too bright.
That is a bright light.
Hey, I just got a tan.
Bill Cosby would say that you guys aren't working hard enough because now you're just going to be blue, blue, blue.
Right.
We're trying to keep it under control, Kevin.
And Bill Cosby knows.
Cosby. I think it's genius. I think the idea of being able to say whatever you want on the radio finally is such an idea whose time has come a long time ago.
Yeah, what a great thought.
And when I say
to be able to say what you want in America.
I mean C-U-M, cum, not C-O-M-E.
Right.
Because on satellite we can talk about cum.
But then, you know, we also had clever breaks today, Kevin. It's all about balance.
There you go.
That's right.
So do you guys have to do commercials or no?
No, that's why we're kind of just talking to you still.
We just bullshit.
We just kind of hang out and...
Yeah, there's plenty of time for us.
Know what they do when we go to break? Because, you know, so we can get coffee or go to the bathroom, they play George Carlin bits.
Do they really?
Yeah. Washington doesn't know funny yet. See what happens? We're in New York, and then when we take a break, they take the show in Washington, and they just don't know funny yet. They think George Carlin is the only funny human being ever born.
George Carlin's hysterical, by the way.
Of course, but when you hear the same bits every break, it's a little old, you know?
He's a god. He's a total god. Only made one bad movie in his life, Jersey Girl.
Oh, Jesus. I got to ask you, how pissed were you when Jiggly came out and just got trashed? You had to see something in the cards there.
You know, you sit there I was going, well, America will ignore the bad movie and embrace what I felt was a good movie.
Right.
But, and I was partly right. You know, like Julie made $6 million, we made 25, but I don't know. It sucked because that movie could have done like at least $50 million.
Yeah, it just had this pall over it because you know, the same two people. And I like how you completely dropped J-Lo from any of the commercials. Like she wasn't even in it.
It was such an albatross around the neck. You
sucks.
couldn't believe it. It was like Germany for the next 60 years after the Holocaust.
Yeah.
No matter what they did, people were just like, yeah, but you did the Holocaust, remember? And you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what comes out of Germany. It's just like, yeah, but try to live past the point of the Holocaust. Exactly.
Totally. Like, look, we got this little kid's amazing. Yeah, but Bennifer's in it. And you're like, well, but George Carlin's great. Yeah, but Bennifer's in it. Yeah, but it's Ben's best work. Yeah, but he's half of Bennifer. You know, you couldn't escape it. And then people would just trash it for the sake of trashing it. The really gratifying thing is when you read reviews, and not, you know, from critics, of course, because they dig in on their position and stay there.
Yeah.
But like from people who on our website who would be like, you know, fuck Jersey Girl, and then 6 months later, like, you know what, dude, I rented Jersey Girl. It's actually pretty good. And you're like, thanks, Mom, thanks.
Yeah.
Getting pissed at the message board geeks. Yeah.
All right, Kevin, you're going to come in and hang with us, right? They always know what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm going to pop in. I think in November I'm actually going to be in New York. I'm going out to New Jersey. This I love. I'm going out to New Jersey for to receive an award from the New Jersey Educational Association, the NGEA.
Wow, what did you do?
I was a product of the public school system that made good.
You
so
know,
they're going to give me an award. Isn't that great?
You get honored for something like that, and I couldn't even go back to my high school and get my diploma. They won't. Like, I want to get my honorary high school diploma from my high school.
And all Anthony has to do is a gym class.
I just have to make up like some gym credits or something. So I'll do some pull-ups or you know.
He just has to climb the rope a few times, and he gets his diploma. And they
play
won't let him do it.
dodgeball. I don't know anything, but they wouldn't even entertain the idea.
A few more credits. What was the problem? You didn't want to go shower at the shower time during?
I was kind of one of them. I was not the get in a room and get naked with a bunch of my pupil mates in school. It wasn't like the thing I really wanted to do. No, I'd rather be out back smoking pot.
You weren't digging the big parachute? You wouldn't participate in the big parachute thing?
I think it was a little later than when they brought the big parachute into gym and had us flop it around.
Oh,
no,
boy, that was a lot of fun.
It was, I hated gym class. I was never into sports or anything when I was in school, so I just never went to gym. I hung out back and smoked pot, and they never gave me a diploma. I think I've done okay without it. And maybe if I make a contribution to their high school radio station, maybe they'll give me a diploma. I just feel left out.
Now you're playing the game, dude. That's
a little money, right? You got to grease somebody, right?
Did you lose points when you didn't shower in school?
No. I hear, though, that they did take grades off of some people.
Totally. I'd lose points. And I didn't want to shower. My dick was tiny. So I'd lose points left and right. And then you do that thing where, like, you quickly, after gym, you run in, you just throw your head under the sink.
Wet your head, yeah.
The only guys that wanted to shower were the ones that had the big hogs.
Totally.
You're so right.
Or the gay guys, I would think.
If I was fucking hung huge, I would so be in the shower every day. Soaping it up, being like, look, but, you know.
With porno star shaved balls.
Absolutely.
Just, like, showing it off, making sure the water's nice and warm so it gets extra hunky. Oh, now there's a girl in here.
I know. We can't talk dirty anymore.
What an attractive lady that's in here.
Because when it comes down to it, we're really, like, nice guys and behave when there's a woman around.
Isn't that terrible?
No more.
We're not talking about the sluts that come in here. We're talking about
a lady.
A lady that comes in.
No more of that wow stuff.
Yeah, we do that on Wednesday, but now there's a lady in here, so we're going to feel weird discussing anything like that.
Just tell her it's WAF, dude.
It's Kelly from CBS News, and we got an AP writer in here. It's going to get a little crazy now, so.
Well, Kevin, you also have Clerks II you're working on?
Working on Clerks II in January. We start shooting.
Everyone coming back for that one?
Just the boys. Just bringing back Dante, Randall, Jay, and Silent Bob, and it's a funny, funny flick.
I don't doubt it. Absolutely.
You can doubt it, and I'll prove you wrong.
Okay, I'll doubt it a little bit, and then prove me wrong.
Well, congrats, dude, on being back. That's excellent.
All right, Kevin.
Thanks, man, and we'll hopefully hook up with you through Big Kev in November.
Yeah, he brags about his little cameo.
Big Kev is my guy.
Yeah. We didn't believe him.
Big Kev are total comic book nerds.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Believe me, we know.
We didn't believe Kevin for the longest time, but I guess we have to start believing him.
I know. We were thinking, sure, Kevin Smith knows you. Sure, you know him and hang out.
I had to show them the Jersey Girl trailer where you could see the top of my head.
Big Kev is a flat-out pimp in the world of comics. Have you ever seen his sketchbook? It's huge.
I know.
That's what matters in the world of comics. It's not the size of your dick, it's the size of your sketchbook.
He's my Spawn action figure connection also.
Yep.
Yeah, any action figure I need, he's there.
He hooks you up.
Total geek.
Do you want anything special when you come by?
Heavens. No. Just don't make me shower, please.
No problem.
No worries. All right, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kevin.
Guys.
Awesome. Kevin Smith, everyone. And I think we got to step aside, take a break, let them set up these
lights, cameras, and action. Oh, no. Is this where the shot's going to be?
Boom mics.
Look at me. I'm complaining. It's behind, over my shoulder shot. That's all right. I'll turn around like this.
All right, we'll figure it out. Okay. Steve, give us a break. We'll be back.
Opie Anthony Dance Party Weekend.
Wait. Nah.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Comedy gone too far.
Everything they tell you about pot is a lie. Tell you pot smoking makes you unmotivated, a lie. When you're high, you can do everything you normally do just as well. You just realize it's not worth the fucking effort. Sure, I could get up at dawn, get in traffic, go to a job I hate that does not inspire me creatively whatsoever for the rest of my life. I could do that. Sure. Or I can sleep till noon. Get up and learn how to play the sitar. What is it, one string? How fucking hard is this instrument? It'd be a better world. The world of sitar players calling the fucking aliens from the fifth dimension to join us.
Here are some more men who ought to be strapped to a gurney and castrated with fishing knives. White guys who shave their heads completely bald. You know? They're so ashamed they lost 11 hairs, they're going to try to turn it into some kind of a masculine statement. I say, hey, you goofy-looking, baldy-headed fuck. Looks good on black guys. On you, it's ugly, repulsive, and disgusting. You want to be bald? Do what I did. Wait a while. Yeah. Meantime, there's no excuse for running around looking like a freshly circumcised dick.
Here's Opie and Anthony when they aren't stinking.
Ooh, who took their shoes off? It's a little stinky in here.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
We have to say hi to Dom Morena.
Dom Morena.
Or was it Dom Morena? Hey, Dom.
It's Darth Ferrer.
Our stupid producer mispronounced your name, so we've been calling you Dom Morena all morning long.
I kind of like that. It's almost Latino. I'd have a lot bigger following.
Yeah. Well,
so what did I miss? Some 18-year-old girl admitted she slept with her father's friend?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we weren't buying it at first, but now we're definitely buying it.
Why can't I meet kids like this?
She decides that she needs to tell her mom, so we decide, why not tell her on the air? And and it got a little ugly. Basically, she slept with her father's best friend, yes.
Oh.
Wow.
You raise a kid just so your friend can have sex with her.
I always love when people admit to stuff on the air, like a nice, intimate surroundings, you know.
I know.
Well, I don't know. Why do people do that? Why do they do that? Like on Oprah and stuff? Why?
Jerry Springer and... Well, the Jerry Springer stuff.
That's bullshit, yeah.
That's all fake.
But
Everyone
they do.
knows
They come on
now.
the other shows and just admit things. Why don't they just go into a nice room with their loved one and admit it there?
I don't blame the guy for liking a younger chick. I like younger chicks. So what?
Of course.
Well, that's what always kills me about, when people say to me, why do you go out with a girl that young? I go, because I can. What am I going to go, I'm going to go out with my grandmother? Somebody as old as me? You know what I mean? Come on, give it up, you old bag.
There's plenty of time when you get older to be with an older woman.
Yep.
So when you're, middle-aged, I guess.
What did she look like, this girl?
We don't know.
Sounded hot. We didn't really ask. She seemed like a typical 19-year-old.
Oh, I love that.
That you would find in Hazleton, Pennsylvania.
and the mother's raising another two so best friends could have sex with them.
Dom, did you ever date a younger girl?
Oh, yeah, always. I mean, my girlfriend's 20 years younger than me.
Really?
Well, so was the one I broke up. I was married, and I was going out with like this 18-year-old girl. Matter of fact, her father was my best friend. No, but I did for a while, and I cheated on my wife, and that really, it was like a year. That's not worth the energy.
Wait, you were married and you cheated with a younger woman?
Yeah,
You cheated for a year? How'd you pull that off?
I don't know. I was just out of my fucking mind. I was like going to Vegas with her. I looked like one of those like Goombas with the big blonde with the big tits,
With Chippy at your side.
Yeah, like the arm piece thing. I mean, I'm still friends with her, but she got too old for me.
I
let her go.
I asked you that question because Dom is the author of one of my favorite jokes ever. That was my awful setup, but it's like I saw you on stage one time, and you're like, I dated a girl so young that I dated a girl who was so young I didn't see her for a while. She got taller. One of the greatest jokes ever written.
Her favorite food is pescetti.
Oh, that's funny. Really good.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's in that child molestation bit.
But did you hear me almost butcher that brilliant joke?
I know. You were teetering there for a while, Jim.
Damn, I was nervous.
It ruined his joke.
No. Hey, man, did you guys get my setup so that you could ask me so I could knock him out of the park?
We got nothing.
We
didn't even have your name right.
With my rental car bit and all that shit. We were talking about that. I was talking to your producer last night. He said, what do you want to talk about? I said, well, the one thing I don't want to do is fucking material in the sense of acting like it's not material. You know what I mean? That's what
we love those setups. Hey, been on vacation? Because I know renting those cars is just a bitch.
It's funny you should ask. Now, here's 5 brilliant minutes off the top of my head.
Yeah, because I'm the king of riffing. Oh, that's funny.
But I just want to tell you the child molestation bit that Jim was referring to, because it's interesting how you can get away with shit if you pull it back on yourself. Basically, it is child molestation is a horrible, hideous thing, but there's a flip side to everything. What about the kids like me who wanted to be molested and nobody would touch? Remember, my grandmother would be giving me a bath and say, "Grandma, just tickle my balls very lightly. Cup them. Guess the way. Let me see your tits. I'll give you $1." You know? But the thing about that is that the only way you can get an audience on your side, you got to bring it back. You know what I mean? You can't be like, I'd like to finger your daughter. You know?
Right. Behind
Anyway.
closed doors, perhaps that works.
Yes.
On the radio, it works if you're a daughter telling mommy.
So how did the wife find out about the young Chippy?
Her panties.
No.
Yeah. She left her panties in one of the drawers. I mean, it was a setup.
Yeah, she did it on purpose, right?
Yeah, sure. She said she didn't.
Were you telling her, don't worry, I'm going to leave my wife?
Oh, yeah.
And then a year goes by, and she's like, fuck this, I'm going with the panties.
And your wife finds, like, underwear with Wonder Woman on them?
Right.
Underoos. What the hell is this?
Yeah, that was horrible, though. It's not worth it. I mean, it's just it's better, as you know, just to get a hooker.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not worth the energy of all that.
For a year, you know what kind of alibis you got to come up with for a year, and the things you got to keep track
of?
Oh,
man, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I covered for myself. Like, I just got caught with an internet thing with this girl from San Francisco. My girlfriend just caught me now. I can't stop. I'm sorry. This is my only fucking addiction. I could give up drinking or anything else, but this. And she says, so I made up this whole story about it. I was just trying to practice using a computer and the internet and all that, and I got away with that.
How'd you get caught?
She looked in. I'm so fucking stupid. I gave her my email.
Oh, Jesus!
I know. No, I gave it to her because she had to look up a ticket of hers that I had bought for her, and I totally forgot that they weren't all erased. And she's paranoid enough. Well, she's smart enough to go back and check it all out. That's how I got caught.
You got to watch even on Instant Messenger, because there are programs that can track all of the dialogue you've had on Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
So you even got to watch what you say in those little IMs, because they can.
Sure.
The chick knows a computer.
All of a sudden, there's a stack of printouts of things you said 12 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I am the worst at cheating. Always have been.
Everyone's running to their computers right now, thanks to Dom.
Dump it. Dump your file.
Right.
I'm the worst cheater in the world because I don't care. I don't even care. Like I will move on and not look back. So I don't even try to be subtle about it or anything. So I'm the easiest one to catch. I just go, I'm cheating. Goodbye.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even try. I leave things out. It's awful.
That's a good way to get out of a relationship.
It's pretty much it, because why do I want to bother? If you found somebody else, why do you want to bother hanging on to something you really was annoying you?
I don't know. I must like the drama because you're right. If you really care that much, you wouldn't even do it.
Yeah, people like playing Mannix. You like being the guy that's got to get the evidence, make sure it's set up correctly. You don't want the other party to catch on. It's too much work.
There's something nice about sneaking around, though. There's something hot about just knowing that it's dirty and wrong.
Really?
Yeah, shame.
Shame on you.
Well, if you put it, if you have everything on the surface, then it's not nearly as much fun. Yeah, but I mean, it is too much stress. Too much. Like this whole fucking thing is hard enough traveling and resisting. I mean, like you can get chicks that I could get girls right now. It's the fattest I've ever been, the ugliest I've ever been. I can get girls hotter than ever just because of my little bullshit comedy act.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, look at Jimmy Norton.
Look at Norton.
Dude, the last time I saw Rara, I don't know what girl it was, if you were dating her, if she was your wife or your girlfriend, but I've never seen you with any girl who wasn't smoking hot. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, the Montreal Comedy Festival, you were walking around with someone really hot.
Yeah, well, that's my girlfriend, that one. Yeah,
wow.
She's in bed now. I don't know whether to go deep-sea fishing or go back to bed and play with her ass and jerk off. I can't decide. Help me out with this, guys.
We can flip a coin for you.
Anyone have a coin?
We have couples have sex on our show. Maybe this could be the first celebrity having sex on our show.
Now, whatever happened to Mercurio?
Who? What?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. I had some kind of a thought out of nowhere.
What? Who's he?
That's Jim's boy.
Yeah. You should hear what he says about him when the mics are off. That brave Jimmy Norton.
I just won't mention his name.
All right.
Where are you working, Dom?
I'm at Bananas in Poughkeepsie.
Of course.
Friday and Saturday. It's always funny. No matter how much you try and be as good as you can at something, you have to say you're working at Bananas.
Bananas.
They couldn't name it the Poughkeepsie. Is there anything wrong with the Poughkeepsie Comedy Club?
Yeah. It's not wacky and zany enough.
Yeah, already Poughkeepsie's funny enough, but you got to be Poughkeepsie Bananas.
People getting ready to go out are just sitting there going, wow, I'm going to Bananas
Yeah,
tonight.
right.
It's got to be fun.
What the?
The place is called Bananas.
I mean, is there a funnier fruit than bananas?
No, it's bent. It's yellow. It's just wacky.
You can use it in a rape.
And then eat it.
There you go.
That's funny.
That is funny.
That's a great club, man. Banana Poughkeepsie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I love those clubs. I mean, to me, it's like so much. I just like not having anybody tell me what to say or do. That's why you guys must be having fun on satellite.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun than regular radio, that's for sure.
You get tired of the bullshit of people editing you, and that's what I love about stand-up. It's like, it's just leave me alone,
We're going to call it Bananas Radio, I think.
Yay, I like that.
It makes it funnier.
I like the ring.
But the problem with bananas is the symbol is actually a smiling banana. It's a banana like a smiley face on it. Ugh.
Plus they got this cheap wooden chimp with paint chipping off it. It's been around so long. That's behind you. So no matter how far in life you go, you're still at Bananas.
You sure that's not the bouncer?
But that's how I always think about certain comedy acts. Judy Tenuto.
Yeah.
Or Harry Bazon, if you remember him. But he was like a prop act, and I said to him, Harry, because he has to pick up his props after the show. I said, no matter what I do, hopefully I walk away with a little dignity. I said, you can have the greatest show of your life, and you're still picking up your plastic ass and your Superman cape and your cow that goes over the moon,
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Hey, is he the guy that used to open for Rodney?
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen him.
Yeah, I did. I got a spot at Rodney's funeral. It was like a gig. We did the eulogy, right?
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. As far as nostalgically looking back on this legendary guy, and he was really good to a bunch of us that were at the funeral, and I loved the guy. But Tim Allen, you ready for this? He asked for a spot, like he was doing a gig at the Improv.
Oh man.
He wasn't even on the thing, and it was just so weird. I would never think of doing that. I said that. Adam Sandler says, you going up? He goes, no, man, I'll choke. You guys do it. It's like, who wants to do a eulogy? Here he is asking to it. Then he gets up and he says, we're not on the air now, right?
No.
Okay. He gets over and he goes, Rodney taught me a big lesson. He said he took me out of his special one time. He hired me and then fired me. He says, I realized Rodney was talking about his wife and doctors, and I was talking about tools and cars. And I guess you see where that got me. It's like, what the fuck is this? Your time for catharsis? It's a funeral. He's like, was he getting back at Rodney? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird place to be getting back at Rodney.
Yeah, vindicated in front of his weeping fucking relatives. What an ass. Do another Christmas movie.
And then Leno gets up. Leno gets up and he slams Bob Saget. Because Leno has not 1 ounce of sincerity in his body, and he goes, he says, yeah, Bob, it's good to see you working again. It's like, fucking A. It's like Saget was crying. People are crying. The guy's dead.
It's a funeral.
He's doing like a roast.
That is weird.
That is very strange. Weird. Wow, like a gig.
Did you go up and talk at all or no?
Yeah, I did, And I just said, I did a couple of stories about him because I loved the fact that he was so nuts, Like even when he was 80. He was 80 years old. I went to his birthday. And he goes, hey, kid, you want to get fucked up? Right? And I go, Ronnie, I don't smoke pot. He goes, all right, I'll see you in 10 minutes then. So he was he was like this old kind of jazz musician.
We used to get him high on our show. He used to come in and we used to get him high all the time.
Oh, yeah. He was getting high.
He was, like you said, in his 80s, he'd come to do our show, and during the commercial breaks, he'd go get high with Stinky.
Yeah, he was doing coke in his 70s.
Jesus.
I told him he had a stroke. I said, Ronnie, man, be careful. He goes, it's just a mini stroke. I ain't no pussy. It's not going to ruin my day. What, this one arm not working? Fuck that.
He was the real deal.
Yeah, he was a character.
Very cool.
Well, Dom.
I always like to end my bit with a sad moment.
Yes. Isn't that great? A funeral story.
When are you working at Bananas? This Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, just Friday and Saturday.
And you're going to come in and see us soon?
I hope so, man. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks
we'd
for
love to
having
have
me
you
on.
in, all right?
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Dom.
Talk to you later. Good luck with it, guys.
See you later, man. Have good shows.
Very cool, very funny.
One of the funniest guys alive.
Turbo Carrera, as Ben would say.
Dom Herrera. Always a tough name to say,
wacky
actually.
Last name thing went nowhere?
What? No,
It went there.
Because I was trying to remember the name he actually...
What did you say? Dom what?
Dom Marina.
Yeah.
Dom Marina.
Dom Marina.
Opie and Anthony, XM202.
Ben's busy trying to book guests for our show. I love that. I've read all the emails from corporate. I've seen everything. I just don't comment. You know what I do with email? I email the staff of this program only. I don't email corporate. And it's just like, hey, did you see this story in the news? Perhaps we should print it out for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I see emails that are CC'd with like 20 people. And it's all of us from the show. It's management. It's sub-management. It's all these corporate people. And the last one I saw was a couple of days back, and it was about guests.
Right.
It was about booking guests, high-powered, Opie, high-caliber guests they want on this program.
Well, the people down there in Washington, yeah, they feel like we should have bigger guests on this show.
Bigger guests
They're
will
not
make
feeling
the show more gooder.
The Rich Vosses and the Carlos Mencias.
No,
These guys are all really good friends of ours and do really good radio. But
that's the point.
But I guess...
the Pablos.
We do know a collection of asses.
We certainly do.
But they do good radio. But I guess it's all about having that big guest on the show. And they'll sit there and say nothing. But you can tell everyone, hey, we had George Clooney on the show.
Now,
it's not there? Okay.
Ben is now trying some of these contacts to see if we could get certain guests on the show.
Because it's Ben's ass on the line. It's been hinted, look, if Ben doesn't get the bigger guest, he's going to go bye-bye.
But let me tell you something. It ain't Ben's fault.
I understand.
This program is not inviting to people of that caliber, of that type of Hollywood guest, does not really want to sit here and discuss punching women in the face promos to sell their god-awful Hollywood drivel movies.
Right. But Ben is trying.
Ben's trying to get Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Ben's trying, like you wouldn't believe. He called me at lunch yesterday going, all right, and he's laughing and giggling the whole time because he knows how stupid this is.
Of course
But he's
is.
doing what he's told from the people in Washington. So who are you trying to get on this show, Ben?
Dude, I'm on the phone. I'm on the other line right now with Johnny Depp's people. I'm going to get Johnny Depp on the show.
That was the funny one. Johnny Depp and his people don't even know what XM satellite radio is.
Of course they don't.
Look, Ben's trying, man. He's trying.
It's a fledgling industry.
Right.
We know that. The people that are subscribed to XM, the people that work at XM, the people that are involved in some way, shape, or form with satellite radio, they understand what it is. They see the potential in this.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to take time, though.
But the reality of it is there are still a lot of people that have yet to find out what's going on with satellite radio. They will, just like cable TV. They will. But where we are right now, it's very hard to call up George fucking Clooney and convince him that it's advantageous for him to come on this program to sell his movie.
It's basically asking George Clooney if he wants to do an interview with a college radio station.
Do you want to hang out with us?
Right.
That's pretty much what it is. Hi, George. Hey, George Clooney? Hi, it's Opie, Anthony, and a few of our friends, and we'd like to know if you want to come down and hang out with us.
Maybe have a beer or something?
You want to have a beer?
You're not that busy, right?
Oh, we'll be talking to a lot of people, relatively speaking. If you would hang out with my neighbor down the street, it would be far less people you'd be talking to. But, you want to come out? XM Satellite Radio. Yeah, what? Satellite. Yeah, it's up there in space. No, XM. No, yeah, like FM, only with an X in front and the F is gone.
No, you don't have to put a spacesuit on.
No, it's on Earth.
It's
George.
on Earth, right.
It's on Earth.
Yeah.
We just want you to come down, and we can talk about Ocean's 12 that's coming out, and, all that. What? No, it's not CB. It's XM Satellite Radio. No, you won't have to key down the mic when you talk.
No, what's not accurate about that little bit you just did?
Why?
You would never have George Clooney on the
Right,
phone.
how did I get George Clooney on my fake
phone? You would have George
phone?
Clooney's people's people.
I took it way out of... Oh, I was talking to George.
A little out of control there, thinking you're that big that you would actually get him on the phone.
I actually almost had him, I thought he was coming in.
So, Ben, who are we working to get on the show in the near future?
Who are we working?
Watch Ben start giggling.
We better not say it. Someone might block us.
No one's blocking us because we have 4 times the influence other people do.
Exactly.
All right. Who are we working on, Ben?
You really want to know some of the ones that
I
bet we do?
Absolutely. These are actual phone calls that Ben has made just to try to save his job.
George Clooney.
Yeah, we know.
Possibility.
Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, those were.
What did
Colin Farrell?
What did Johnny Depp's people really say?
Yeah, they were like whatever.
Whatever. That's great. Well, we have a definite whatever from Johnny Depp's people.
I'm sure that's exactly what they say to Good Morning America too. Whatever.
Didn't you tell them about the little MiFi Walkman?
Yeah.
That's a great invention.
Hey,
I know it is.
Ben.
Yes.
We're clearing out the cubicles and stuff. You two can set up right in that room.
Well, I
think we should call up Bono and see if we can't get him down here.
Hello. Well, what the fuck is XM? Will you have some fucking Guinness? I'll be right there.
So there's actually some other ones. There's actually some other ones that I don't want to mention that look pretty good.
Secrets.
We might have a shot at someone that
has
name recognition.
Dude, we can't even get Louis Black anymore.
Yeah, Louis Black is
Louis
even blowing
Black
us off.
is blowing us off. How are we going to get anybody? If anyone holds Ben responsible for not getting guests for this show, I will personally put them in a bucket and ship them out. Because it's not anyone's fault. It's just the people don't want to come on this show right now.
Not yet. I mean, it's a
slow build, people.
It's a very slow build. We understood what we were getting into, but we believe in this technology. We believe this is the future of radio, but it's going to take some time.
Our biggest interview so far has been John McEnroe.
That's not too
and it's
bad.
because we were going to be on his show that night.
Oh, yeah. It's not bad.
He talked about Tatum O'Neal.
We also had Ozzy on. And,
right on the phone. I'm talking about coming in.
McEnroe didn't come in here.
Oh, that's right.
Well, Louis Black will come on, though. You guys I read the email.
Has been Pablo.
In the spring, when there's a book to promote, they said that he will be coming on.
But we had Kevin Smith on the phone, too.
We're finding out who our...
in the spring, Louis is... something?
We're finding out who our real friends are. A lot of people blew us off after our demise.
I'm a little pissed off at Louis. I never wanted to be pissed at Louis. I like the man. He's very funny. And now we're getting the blow-off from Louis Black.
Yeah, he said...
Those Daily Show people are a bunch of assholes. I love the show, but they have gotten so, self-important.
Yeah. Well, in the early days...
Central, slow down.
The early days at AW, Jon Stewart was on the show all the time.
Yeah, we had Jon Stewart on the show.
And now he won't come on the show.
No way. And it's harder now than it was at NEW.
That's all right. All right, well, so we're working on big guests for the
Mario Cantone lined up.
The new Opie and Anthony show.
Oh.
No, we got Britney, Eminem, and U2. We'll have them all playing out here on top of
all at the same time. It'll be great. And then Steve could come in and punch Britney in the vagina.
Never say no, but there's a reality to this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, famous people want nothing to do with us.
Right.
Stop hiding us on the premium tier, and then maybe we could get even bigger guests.
We're not like Hollywood Howie, where we can have these guests on. And to tell you the truth, I don't necessarily want them on.
Yeah, we never really wanted the high-profile guests on our show.
This show isn't about getting... What are we... Are you going to sit Johnny Depp down there, too cool for the room, and start talking to him?
I'd like to.
Just smell his finger.
Get a picture?
For a while, but get a picture, of course.
It's about the funny on this show.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like you're not doing a really good radio show unless you have that A-list celebrity sitting there saying nothing.
You know what it's like?
And the bigger the celebrity, a little inside to this whole thing. Like we had Carmen Electra on a few times. We had We had a bunch of almost A-list celebrities, we'll call them. But Carmen Electra, when she was on our show, she was definitely happening. Okay, This is what happens. They sit down, and then a whole entourage of people come in. Their publicists,
the publicist, which is the scum of the earth, the publicist will sit there and look at you like you're a piece of shit, and question everything you're asking their client with those faces. They make the face, and they'll shake their head like, no, no. And they're constantly looking at their watch and doing the cut-off sign with their finger on the neck.
They give you the wrap it up sign.
They're pointing at their watch. You want to lean over and smack them. And you ask them a question that's a little off-kilter, something that they're not asked every friggin' time they do an interview, and the publicist looks at you, shakes their head no, and puts that scowl on their face.
No, even worse.
You want to reach over and choke the bitch?
No, even worse. They'll pull their client out of the studio, or they'll cover up the microphone, or they'll say stuff like, "Don't answer that."
Yeah.
Crocodile Hunters, remember his publicist hung up on the call because she didn't like the questions? That twat in a
Oh, that's
power
right.
suit?
Remember that?
Yeah.
And the
Worst.
publicists, when you do the phone call interviews, they listen on another line.
Of course.
They got the hookup, and if they decide it's going to a place that they don't like, they'll just hang up on the interview.
Yeah, and it's no fun to be involved with that. I don't like those guests.
We don't really care. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But
yeah,
I mean, they can't be obsessed with us talking to the really, really famous people on our show.
If people want to come in and
it's usually
hang out,
very boring radio.
Yeah. If they want to come in, and hang out and be part of the show, that's fine. But to sit there and try to do an interview and ask them the same questions they've been asked 1,000 times, it sucks.
Well, I think that we could ask some original questions. Like, I'd love to get Ozzy in studio because I want to ask him, like, what made you want to get into music?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm sure he's never been asked before.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to ask?
All right, well,
Enough.
We do have a few guests calling in today. Who do we have today, Ben? We have some 9/11.
Who do we got?
Got the L list.
I'm sure it's huge.
Here we go.
Got that call from Johnny Depp back, did
Here we go. Here's
Johnny Depp's in at 9 o'clock. Brittany's performing live at 8.
On that definite whatever.
Bono and the Edge are going to come by and have some Guinness with us.
Nice.
Here it is.
Psyched.
We're going to have the guest rundown every day with Ben. All right, Ben?
Great.
Who do we have today on the show?
We have Jonathan Gold, who wants to talk about he has some theories on 9/11.
Okay.
It's going to be very interesting.
And
Dom Morena. Is that how you say something?
Dom Morena. We don't.
Dom Morena?
I'm sorry.
Guests so good we don't even know their names.
What did I say?
Dom Morena?
What did I say, Morena?
Dom Morena, you said.
Dom Morena.
Who the hell is he?
I think that was the guy that Vito Corleone stabbed.
Rich Vass.
Antonio Andolini.
Dom Morena.
Sorry.
All right, I can't wait to talk to Dom Morena.
Wasn't that a dance a few years ago?
Hey, Dom Morena.
He was the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. You remember him?
Yeah.
Dom Morena.
Maybe that's why he can't get guests. He's asking for Johnny Dupe. They're like, who? I want Frank Clooney, and I want him now.
I could get Rich Vass. That's as good as I can get.
Dude, I want Pete Osborne in this studio.
Well, this is going to be hell.
Oh, I love that George Clooney. Sure. He's good.
I didn't know what Ben was doing yesterday. Ben's like, look, I just want to black sky this.
Sorry. Oh, this show is so stupid.
Dom Morena.
Dom Morena. Hey, Dom Morena. Jesus. I'm going to call him Dom Morena now.
Dom Morena.
He's a very funny comic.
Yeah, it is.
Dom Morena.
Drunk girls walking into traffic. He's funny. Wandered into traffic and bounced off the hood of a fucking bus. I can see my house from here.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Say, Jim, nice meal.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Is this some sexual reference?
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Damn good smoothie.
Oh, fantastic.
Damn good smoothie. Banana orange.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get, Opie?
What?
Did you get a smoothie?
Just a banana.
Well, when I send them back for another one, I'll be glad to treat you to a smoothie. They're really good.
All right. The ONA virus spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
This has been bugging me for 2 weeks. Every time I go into the bathroom, the goddamn window is open. Who is opening the window? Is it you, Noah?
It is freezing.
It's 35 degrees out. How bad are somebody's log fumes? Leave the fucking window closed.
You know, you're right. That bathroom is freezing cold because the window's open.
Some germaphobe is like, I got to open the window to get the dirty germs out. Why?
You want a bathroom all hot.
Yeah, it's steamy. You want to smell what the fella next to you had for lunch. Nothing better than leaning your head into the store going, hey, pastrami, and he laughs, and he gives you the old knuckle to the chin. But I went in there and I closed it earlier this morning. So somebody went in and opened it. I would like somebody to fess up.
Reopened it. Ben? No? He doesn't know? I thought he was coming in with an answer.
No. Do you know who's opening that bathroom window?
It might be Ben, because that gust of wind maybe hits him when he opens the window.
No, I actually open it because it smells like shit in there.
No, it doesn't.
Wait, you're the one that opens it every morning?
I'm not the only one that does it.
Oh, so Ben is...
Exactly. Who else does it? It's 30 degrees out. I'm trying to shit.
It's not 30 degrees
My
out.
bag is gripping me like a little hornet's nest.
Good. First of all, you destroy that place. So when you go in there...
You really teach that bathroom a lesson.
Well, you're not supposed to go in there and eat egg salad. You walk in, you take your dump or your leak, and you leave. It's not supposed to smell good in there. It's a men's room.
I miss Richard Dreyfuss with AIDS.
Yeah, we do miss him.
That guy that used to clean the bathroom in NEW.
Yeah.
That guy would put a yellow...
he would have welded that window shut so no one could open it.
You know what used to suck about that guy? He would always be there when you had to take the dump. We used to get these limited times where we could actually squeeze out a dump.
Limited times? You were playing 18 minutes of commercials an hour.
Yeah, but there was always something going on where it was hard to run all the way down the hall to get to that bathroom.
And you didn't know
the dump.
And you didn't know if Norton was banging some chick over the
some
toilet.
Chick over the toilet, which he'd been known to do.
How many times did you bang chicks in that bathroom?
Not many. One or twice.
The answer should be like never, because it's a work environment. But Norton's answer is not many.
One time I whacked my bag with some chick in the stinky stairwell.
Yeah.
A couple times I hooked up an air. I got blown in there once. That was a great. NEW was fantastic.
Yeah. Lots of nooks and crannies.
Oh,
for some
places to leave
action.
loads all over.
Now,
but
the thing
here,
is,
there's nowhere. It's all well lit.
The bathroom there that we used to use for dumps wasn't just an NEW bathroom. It was for that floor. So other people from other offices would go into that bathroom.
We kind of had like a private bathroom, outside the studio, but we made it
we made it no crunch zone.
The crunch-free zone.
Because it stunk the entire green room up.
Right.
You could take a dump in there, and then the door would open up, and it would stink
awful.
the entire floor up. So we said no crunching, that's for urination only. And then the other bathroom, you'd run down there, and there was Richard Dreyfuss with AIDS cleaning up with his big yellow gloves on, the door propped open with his cart, and you're like, it just wrecked. I can't now take a dump. Could be making some noise.
Oh, man, and when one of those logs got stuck, he would just put that yellow glove on and go to town to make sure it went down that bowl.
He'd choke it. He would choke it and break it apart so it went down with his bare hand.
If you had trouble taking a dump, he'd actually pick you up and bear hug you from the front and help squeeze it out like your toothpaste, that faggot. I remember one time I was on a bowl and I'm dropping what was awful, some type of a miscarriage in the toilet, and I see his foot come under my stall and pull a piece of paper out that was sticking half. Ugh.
That guy has the worst job, and he loved his job.
He really did.
He took his job very seriously.
I don't know what his name was, but I hope he died in the 2 years that we were off. Tragically.
We kind of like that guy.
I hope he was at his kid's wedding and he had a stroke while cleaning a bathroom.
We like that guy.
We didn't like him.
I didn't do anything to you.
I didn't like him.
He ruined about 40 dumps. He should die in a tuxedo scooping a toilet out.
Dude, the guy was making $15,000 a year to squish logs so they could go down a bowl. And
I bet you he wasn't making anything. He probably showed up voluntarily to do it.
And you wish death on the guy?
He did ruin a lot of dumps.
All I ask is I'm alone in the bathroom.
Do you know when you're walking?
No, you don't ask for being alone in the bathroom. As soon as one of us wants to go to the bathroom, you follow right behind
To take
us.
a whiz is fine, but I got to take a dump.
Right.
I want nothing.
There were times where I'd be walking down the hallway when you got the pain where the back of your thighs hurt, there's only one thing going to fix it. You know, getting in there and releasing.
Yep.
And your body knows that you're approaching the bathroom and starts winding up, and you're around that corner, and there's Richard Dreyfuss with AIDS, with his cart, and his gloves, and you're just, I'm already in the mode. I've started the wheels are in motion.
That gas pain where you're unbuttoning your belt, undoing your belt, and you're afraid that if you sit, you're going to shit on the way down. You ever have to? I've actually had to stand over the toilet and not bend until that one gas pain.
Right.
If I try to bend, I'm going to shit down the back
all
of my leg.
over.
Those are the best. And you hold it until you get the chapter you want, and then you just start reading release.
Why is it you have to get to a page
I don't know.
Start reading?
I'm thumbing right through this particular chess problem. I like to read chess books on the toilet. I'll actually hold it until I get to the right Kasparov game. I'm a weirdo, yeah.
I have a pile of popular mechanics. I read popular mechanics. Hey, what's new?
I'm not
Let's see what's coming out. Hey, look at what was out 100 years ago today.
I'm not in long enough to read anything. I'm not in there long enough to read anything.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get a magnetic chessboard so I can bring it in the bathroom so I can work out chess moves on the toilet.
Chess moves?
I swear to God, that's all I want to do. Play chess on the toilet.
How are you not in there long enough to read?
Yeah, what do you just poop and leave?
Yeah, just real quick.
There are times that you'll just be relaxing. You're done with your business, but I'm not done reading.
No.
And then you get the big butt hickey ring.
Dude,
and you wind up walking out. You look like a newborn fawn.
I'm
walking out on your asleep legs.
I'm back to being regular.
Yeah, but you could be regular and still hang out for a quick
Get up
read.
at 4, 3 quick dumps within 15 minutes, done for the day.
Do you really?
Yep, done for the day.
Jesus.
Back to normal.
Cancer patient bowels, 3 dumps as soon as you get up?
3 dumps,
You in
one
the
after
military?
another. It's the
Get out of that head!
It's the weirdest thing.
I want that head so clean that Opie himself will be proud to take a dump in it 3 times before he goes to work.
I once had one stuck. So I eat all this oatmeal and crap.
Right.
I was on the train, and I was in there for a long time, and it was still attached. And I know it was and you know the bowls and the trains and stuff, that there's a lot of room before it hits water.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of hanging there.
Oh God!
A bungee log.
But the best part, I knew there was a lot more in me attached to this particular log. And I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting. I'm like, what the F I'm going to do? So I start doing the dump exercises. Like, I stand up, and I start, jumping, just trying to release the thing from my body. I swear to God, I really thought I would have to go in there with whatever. It probably would have had to be my fingers or something. I don't know.
It turns sideways halfway out sometimes and just jams, and it's awful.
Turns sideways.
But when you go to wipe it, if you have to finish, if you're like, this is not going to happen, you go through 50 pieces of paper, and it's still a problem.
No. I have to stay in there until it's all out.
Do you?
That's why you got to hang out for a while.
But I was pushing my stomach. I was jumping up and down a little bit, and this damn thing was still attached.
I can't stand how gross these conversations get, but I guess everyone goes through it.
Yeah.
Now when you're not done, and you know the final chapter hasn't happened, the final drop hasn't been done.
It's hanging, and I know I got at least another 4 to 5 inches.
What about the surprise though? You think it came off. You're sitting there reading, and after a while it's like, what? You feel that, and then whoop! It's like, I didn't even know that was there.
Or you stand up, and it's gotten a little cooler because your body temperature isn't with it, and you feel it brush against the back of your cheek, and you're like,
oh, come on!
You know what I'm talking about? There's that little piece that's still
you
stuck.
Wipe?
No, when you stand up, I stand up to wipe. I don't wipe I don't sit and wipe. I'm not a girl. I stand up and put 1 foot on the bowl, and 1 foot.
Wait, no.
Always. I never sit.
Don't look at me like I'm weird when everyone's laughing at you for your wiping habit.
I stand up when I wipe.
Why do we have to have the demonstration?
I just feel the way I'm talking.
That's really how you wipe?
You stand up.
and put 1 foot on the bowl seat, and the other foot's on the floor, and I actually lean forward and arch my ass out. It is very bizarre. And I wipe. This way I can get in there. I want it clean.
Oh, man.
You guys sit on the toilet and wipe?
There's
God.
You don't sit. It's a bend over thing.
Yeah,
so you're almost your head is like between your knees,
right.
but you're still sitting.
Never.
And then you reach back and you take care of business.
No.
There's no standing.
Dude, it was embarrassing.
That defeats the purpose. You're messing stuff up by standing up.
When I was in Iraq, one of the problems we had to use these bathrooms the soldiers used, and they're like these little portable tents that have these 10 stalls next to each other.
Yeah.
And when you sit, your feet go straight out, and there's a leather curtain. So I think they just don't want you on the toilet all day, so they make it slightly uncomfortable. So I would do that to wipe my ass, but my head would poke out of the curtain, so people walking into the bathroom would just see me half leaning out of the curtain. But it was the only way I could wipe my crack.
Oh, these are so sick. Yes, Ben?
I got a great one. My old apartment, when I first moved to New York, I had this little apartment. I was dating this girl, and I'd come home, and I'd taken a dump, and it got all clogged up, and I didn't have a plunger. So imagine what it was like. I had to go down to the doorman downstairs and come back up. That was a pretty bad one.
Nothing worse. Brutal. Nothing worse than the overflowing toilet at someone else's house.
You ever have a log overflow over the top of the bowl?
When I see, I learned this at a very young age. When I see the water coming up in the toilet,
you get that panic.
You panic, but right away I lunge under the toilet, and It's a race against time. Will the water reach the top and overflow, or will I shut that valve off quick enough?
Where under the toilet is that?
Under every toilet, on the side or under the
it
toilet,
has that little knob.
is the little tin valve
Right.
that you must turn quickly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it shuts off, and right when the water reaches the top, but then you got to get rid of it.
Plunger.
What if there's no plunger?
Fishnet.
I have learned to use
Little guppy fishnet.
anything in the garbage pail. Sometimes I've used shampoo bottles at people's houses, where if the water goes down low enough, you wait long enough, it'll slowly go down, but it won't be unplugged. You take a shampoo bottle, shove it in there, and then pull it out real quick. It'll do it. Rolled up newspaper. If people read a lot, or a magazine, you roll it up, shove it down the hole,
cool,
and then give it a few pumps. And then you'll hear that, the crap's down. I'm off the hook. Because you don't want to,
Oh, you don't want logs in your little bath mat. Little pieces of fetid dump. You'll never get that stuff out. Telling you.
Yeah, Bill brings up a good point here. Bill from Colorado. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I was listening to Jimmy talk about the position he's in when he wipes his ass. When I was a kid once, I think I walked in on my sister. I think that's the same position girls get in when they put a tampon in, isn't it?
You know what? It's on the box.
You're probably right. Yeah.
That's the instruction on the box. It shows a girl how to stand. That it's 1 foot on the toilet, 1 foot on the floor, and then the insertion.
For me, it's just to get my crack nice and clean. That's why I do it. I don't have a very hairy crack, but I like it clean. I'm a weirdo, but I like hygiene.
Oh, you can like it clean, but you don't have to use that position.
Dude, I dig my finger way in. I look at every piece of paper. I do. It's not gross. I'm clean.
Rick, what's going on?
One of you guys could eat my ass right now. It's fantastic.
You actually penetrate.
Oh, yeah, always.
Do you use the little wipes that they have?
I actually bought them recently, and what I'll do...
Aren't they a treat?
Not every time, but if I usually shower after. If I'm going out, I'll shower. But I'll take toilet paper, I'll wipe it, I'll use the wipes and get it, like wrap the finger in the wipe and then push it up, pull it out. I want the whole channel clean, dude. I don't just want the outside. You guys want the... That's why you get skid marks. I never get skid marks. Ever.
I don't get skid marks.
You guys have told
years ago.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, that's because I had the
years
flu.
ago.
It looked like a used shoe shine rag because I had the flu.
I have the flu sometimes.
As long as you have a nice airtight seal, there's no need to clear beyond the doorway to clean it up,
Sorry, guys.
You don't have to penetrate the seal.
Always. If a chick's giving you a Hummer and she licks your bag, it's going to reek. You ever go down on a girl and smell that? I've had that happen where you're going down on her and like she parts her legs and like that smell of old Capicol comes up and you're like...
Let's go to Kurt in Jersey. What's up, Kurt?
Okay, I give up. Go back to gay.
We're doing pretty well getting the gay out so far.
That's funny.
We had that hot chick from Oregon this morning. She was all right. And actually, Rick is calling from Oregon as well. Rick, what's up?
All right, enough of this stuff. It's like I'm driving a big truck down the road. There's nowhere to pull off the road, and now I got to take a dump.
Now you got to go.
All right.
That little gurgling. Is there anything worse than that gurgling when you can't do anything about it?
Yeah, we call it the
percolating.
You're percolating.
I had one before I got on a flight to Atlanta a few months ago. I don't know what was wrong. I wasn't sick, but I must have taken 8 shits in the airport. That's the worst place to take a dump. Everybody's got their laptops.
Hold on. We got to go to the phones real fast.
Uh-oh.
Before we lose John. Go ahead, John.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, you're going to bring up something that we talk about all the time on the show, but go ahead.
Well, the way Jimmy wipes, he likes to keep himself nice and clean by wiping that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the next guy who uses the toilet has to sit down where he just put his foot. The foot that walked across the bathroom floor through all the pee drip and all the pee smears and grit.
Yeah, you raise a good point, but I'm talking. Most of my dumps, 80% of them are done at home or in hotels. But even so, I'm Willie Wipe when it comes to the seat. So you got to wipe the seat off. That's the next guy's responsibility.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought he was going to talk about something else.
Everybody will think about that the next time they go.
You keep yourself perfectly clean, but then you have no problem diving into some whore's ass.
I didn't say there are no
inconsistencies.
inconsistencies.
Yes, there are inconsistencies.
And whenever I wipe my chest, I put my foot up.
All right. Thank you, John.
Thanks. Bye.
Al the cop from East Northport has a little story. At some chick's party back in high school, my bud had a crap that wouldn't fit down the bowl because of its length. So he took a comb out of the comb and brush holder on the girl's sink, sawed the log in half, rinsed the comb, and put it back.
Oh, that's great.
Nice. Despicable.
Yeah, someone's wondering why they have a peanut in their hair.
That's good.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony. Ooh, it's in my shoes. Ramon, clean this up.
Here's Opie and Anthony when they aren't stinking.
Ooh, who took their shoes off? It's a little stinky in here.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Let's say hi to Krista. Hey, Krista.
Hi, how are you?
Good, what's going on?
You make me feel so young, Krista.
What's up, Krista?
Make me feel so strong and...
Atta girl.
What's up, Krista?
What's on, Krista?
Okay. Well, basically, you guys, those comedy bits, during the breaks, that's, like, awful.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys play the, that segment that we just had? I don't think you guys should cut it. It was actually pretty funny.
What segment?
Which one?
One with the girls with the video games.
The
And
girls?
Oh, the Swedish chick.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we'll keep it in the replay. What the hell?
I think it's funny.
Is that why you're calling, though?
Well, I called to ask, about the breaks, and I basically, spoke with the DJs behind the scenes.
All right. Are you blind?
Yes, I am. And,
Oh.
I had to find the phone number, and I couldn't find it.
How'd you find it?
Oh, I gotta go.
Why?
Why?
Is that your dog barking?
Because I'm going to be late for the bus, basically.
Where are you going today?
School.
You hope.
Jesus.
Oh, that's awful.
That is awful. We like Krista.
I gotta go.
All right, Krista. Thank you.
All right.
Skipping through the field and tripping over things that you can't see.
Seeing when you're seeing. You make me feel your face so I can see what you look like.
You make me feel the raised letters. Forget me not, you sightless dog just shit on my rug.
Jesus. It's a very angry show today.
That's harsh.
All right, let's go to Jay in Cleveland. Hey, Jay.
I was wondering if y'all could read Braille.
No.
We can't read Braille, no.
Damn, I had a Braille tape measure on the side of my cock I needed you to read.
Oh! It sounds like it's off at the Blind Humor, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound like a couple big old fat pussies sitting up there.
I was a little offended, to tell you the truth.
I don't mind the criticism, but could you not breathe heavily into the phone, you southern fatso?
He's in Cleveland.
Wherever
Look
he
at
is,
a
he's
map.
got a dumb southern accent, and he's breathing heavy. I got a little... I shouldn't how fat you are by listening to you on the phone, stupid.
I can slobber on the back of your neck, too, motherfucker, while I'm holding you down.
You sound
like that
half
one.
southern and half golfer, are you?
Oh, use grease.
Isn't this the dude from the prank call?
Hey, do you repossess your car?
You concrete walkers.
Hey, shitty folks, I don't like the shoe wearing
Put the
shitty
chopper powder
people.
on that ass.
So you're blind, Jay?
Yeah.
He's not blind.
No, he's blind. You can tell.
How can you tell?
I don't know.
How can you? Because someone who I don't know. Yeah, you're right. You can't tell. I thought I had to read.
How do you know you're in Cleveland if you're blind?
Well,
Good question. You could
Good
call on the
question,
phone and call the area code for Cleveland and see if, yeah, no.
That's true.
You could write a letter to yourself and write the zip code to Cleveland and see if you get it.
Or you could stand outside of the local baseball park in October, and if you hear no noise, you're probably in Cleveland. Or you could go to Baltimore, and if you see your team playing there, then you could realize that you're probably in Cleveland. Or you could stand outside a building that should have Black Sabbath in it, but instead they have fucking Aerosmith, and then realize you're in Cleveland. Or you could look for white people and see nothing but 5,000 black guys standing in a bus stop with baseball bats, then you know you're in Cleveland. Sir, that was called being on a roll. You have to pause. You may be blind, but are you deaf with no comedic timing either? You leukemia of comedy?
Feel the bumps on his balls and tell me what flavor they are with your tongue.
Oh, jeez. This is what happens. This is what happens when guys... Here's what happened with this guy.
You got skins all over your face, and you know it.
Sir, you should say waka waka after every joke, you fatso.
Waka waka.
There you go. You should have that noise coming out of your blowhole, fat boy.
You big old fat pussy.
Thanks.
Go get some exercise.
Wow, he really got you on that one, I think.
Get some exercise. And you know what? Y'all ain't got no women up there. Why? Because you sit around playing with your booties in the mirror.
Did you just say booties, grown man?
Yeah, you're playing with your booty in the mirror. Sticking bananas up your ass.
All right, thank you. We're going to give Cleveland a chance to...
Bye, Gay Blades.
You make me feel like going to Cleveland and switching your furniture around in your house.
He's not blind. I hope he is blind, though, so he can kneel down and drink out of the bidet. Take a nice sip. Why does my water have, like, corn and little flecks of food in it?
XM 202.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's go to Krista on Long Island. Krista.
Hey, Krista, the blind chick checking in.
You're blind.
Yes.
We remember that.
Yes, okay, well...
Wait, what's the story about Krista? I don't remember Krista.
I remember her being blind. Where are you right now?
Long Island.
How do you know?
You think you're on Long Island.
Okay, I wanted to know if Norton had any...
Wait. I want to know how we know you.
Yeah, we need a little...
because I called in on the air, and I was basically Norton was singing, you sightless twat.
Oh, is that you?
Your dog just shit on my rug.
Yeah, that was it.
You're the inspiration for that?
Yeah, I'm the inspiration for that.
Oh, my God, we're talking to someone famous.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Ooh! My little hands just can't reach my long, misshapen, ruining the family photographs face.
And you were blind since when?
Since birth.
Since birth, so it doesn't matter to you, right?
Well, I mean, it would be cool to see and everything, but...
you don't really care, though.
Yeah, but what is seeing? Do you even know what it means?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, I don't know what... Well, I want to know what Norton looks like, why he can't get a date, like a real girl to bang him.
Well, it wouldn't matter what I look like to you because you never had sight, so just for you, everything is touch.
Well, that's true.
Picture a marshmallow with an appendix scar in the middle, a mediocre head with no chin on top, and picture two fine bowling pin calves with the penis of a 4-year-old boy in between them. And then you've gotten me. That's what I would feel like if I was laying nude on a cushion and you were putting your hands all over me.
What about your boobies?
Yes, I have fine B cups that you could mush and massage.
I'd love to see her come up and touch your face like that scene in Mask.
Oh, God.
Then you watch me go pull pins out as she says she won't go to Europe with me.
A little tear as you pull the pins out of that map.
That's right. Ben Sparks decides not to go. Can't go. He's having cock reduction surgery.
Oh, God. Are you married or?
No.
You got a boyfriend?
I have a boyfriend, yes.
You have a boyfriend. Can he see?
No.
No.
Well, he has some vision.
Wow, that's going to just be a mess.
How do you guys meet? You just walk down the block and yell, Marco.
Yeah, how did you hook up at a blind thing?
We actually met at a summer camp.
At the blind summer camp?
Uh-huh.
That's great.
Summer camp for the visually impaired, and that was like ages ago, so we've been friends for years.
How old are you?
I am 20.
Oh, wow, she's only 20 years old.
Are you hot?
I don't know.
I got no clue.
Well, what
people say I'm hot.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
How much do you weigh?
120.
They're being polite.
What?
Oh,
how do you know you weigh 120?
Because I go on the scale. How else would I know? And the doctor,
Hold on.
You know.
You weigh 120 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be a talking scale, right?
Screen reader say all kinds of dirty stuff.
Oh, you got a screen reader? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Let's hear what fun they've invented for the blind.
I have to shut off XM radio online. I have to open up Microsoft Word.
Man, if I lived with her, I would put a brick on the scale. What?
Oh, that would be really funny.
Oh, that's awful.
You weigh 192 pounds.
What? Stop eating.
Can you guys hear the screen reader at all?
Try it again.
Listen.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Come on. Oh, I have to like type some stuff and then slow it down for you guys.
Sounded like it was trying to eat your pussy.
Well, yeah, that's because I have it so fast. Let's see. I'm trying to type something interesting. What do you want the screen reader to say, you guys?
Ben. Well, you should do some Ben stuff. Like.
All right. Hey Ben, is that a Haitian family in your pants, or are you happy to see me?
Let's see. How do I get to say Haitian?
I don't know.
Asian. No, that's not
Can
going
it
to
spell
work.
AIDS?
No, I'm trying to figure out. What'd you say? Is a Haitian family in Japan?
In your pants.
In your pants.
In Japan.
What are you, deaf too?
Yeah, take it easy, Deafy. I can't believe Blindy and Deafy.
Okay, here we go.
right,
Here we go. Let's listen to this here.
What? That talks too fast.
Oh, okay. I got to slow it down.
Yeah.
For you guys, you're not used to
you
riding the fast lane here.
Wow, you understand it that fast.
Okay, how's this? Real slow.
Hey, man, is that Asian family in your pants?
I kind of heard that.
How about, hey Ben, nice big cock.
You heard me.
Oops. Okay, here we go.
Hey, man, nice big cock.
All right.
We will never grow up.
I love that they invent this technology to help visually impaired people, and it's being used for a dick joke.
How about this?
Yeah, well, you can go on pdaudio.net. There's like an awesome website about where this blind guy, he did deck talk, which is a synthesizer, and he did all kinds of like bits.
Really?
With the synthesizer.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Can you say this? Can you say this? Hey, gravy leg, the Patriots suck.
Look how fast you type, too.
Hey, gravy leg, the Patriots suck all.
Hey, gravy leg.
Can you slow it down slightly or no?
Yeah, it's already really, really slow, but I'll slow it down.
Slow for you.
And maybe just a little more volume. A little more volume.
A little more volume. I'm very lucky. I'm actually
Something about Ben
my
and his
mom's
big
not
booties.
home here, so I can do this. Let's see.
All right.
How do you know?
I can slow it down, you that fuck.
How
You hear that one?
Yeah. How about one more?
How about let's see. Hey Ben, your big duties are blocking the highway.
Hey, man, your big booties are blocking the highway.
We got to make promos with this thing.
Yep. How fast can it talk? Like, you're slowing it down for us. How fast can it talk?
You want it to talk really fast?
The way you listen to it under normal circumstances.
All right, hold on a second. Well, I got to get it to slow down somehow. I mean, to speed up again.
It's a hard go. Manic.
Oh, I can't get it to speed up because I don't have enough, like,
All right.
Fine. Text. It was hard to, let's see.
Wow.
That a cute hearing.
You don't understand that, do you?
Yes, I do understand it.
What did it say?
It actually said I'm speeding it up to normal volume. I wrote volume instead of, like, rate. But, oh well, just because I'm a twat.
Jesus.
All right. So, what do you want to ask Jimmy today?
Well, I wanted to ask him what he looked like.
Well, we got that.
Which you got that. And I wanted to know if he's had any more run-ins with the hoes of the evening.
Yeah, I've had a few. I mean, I've been better than normal. Like, a lot of times I can hold off and just, throw in a porn. But, yeah, I've had a few.
You mean like Max Core or something?
Max Hardcore, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You like porno?
Well, obviously I can't like porno.
Well, you can listen to it, I guess.
There's not really much to listen to, is there?
Are you completely, can't see anything blind?
Basically, yeah.
This is the way we should ask
I mean,
it.
I maybe can see a little light, but that's about it.
Would a lineup do you any good?
A what?
A lineup in a police precinct.
A line? Oh, you mean like to identify somebody?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Ah.
Blind enough.
There you go, Opie.
I mean, I could recognize voices. If the guy talked enough, I'd obviously...
Have it all figured out?
All right.
Maybe he just had that machine. Take off your pants. You won't get hurt.
All right, hold on. I'll get to say that.
I love how she types. It's amazing.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Wow. Your machine has Parkinson's.
Okay, I'll slow it down so you can understand it.
Take off your pants. You won't get hurt. I'm radio mother dash fucking asshole.
Hey, can you make it go?
Hold on a sec.
Little humiliated fingers.
Ooh, all right, let's see. That's about all it's gonna do.
All right.
Not too cool.
That's fantastic.
Well, Krista, you're a lot of fun, man.
Thanks.
A lot of fun.
You got to come in one time.
Come into the studio?
Yeah. Just maybe if you can leave now, maybe we can see you like in early January sometime.
Oh.
You know, I think I just wish I had more than just XM radio online. You know, the accessibility department over at XM, you guys are horrible with the flash and the macromedia technology. I mean, it's hard enough to get you guys on the computer with, you know, with all this technology. I've heard something about XM working with NFB to try and make it more accessible for us visually impaired people, but knowing XM, that's probably not going to be 2000 till like 2080 when I'm dead.
Oh. Yeah, well, we'll see.
We're working on it.
All right, Krista.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You were a lot of fun. Thank you so
sweet
much.
Kids.
Goodbye, Angel Face.
Punching out.
Should have called her Angel Eyes. That would have been kind of funny and ironic.
Ironic a little bit. Keep up your good nature.
Thank you.
All right, there she goes.
Coming up next on Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton sings.
Forget me not, you sightless twat. Your dog just shit on my rug.
Thought that was pretty fucking funny, didn't you?
How's that for a sketch?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You don't do sketches, stupid.
Here's Opie and Anthony when they don't suck.
Good for what ails you. What?
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Hey, Anthony, do I have time for show and tell?
Show and tell.
Yeah. I encourage people to bring in stuff from time to time.
And then get up in front of the class and talk about it? What kind of a lame idea? What kind of... who was the first teacher that decided she hadn't prepped for class and came up with that brilliant idea?
That's what that was all about.
Look, I can't bother writing any tests or lessons or anything. Just bring something from home and talk about it.
Look, I know I got a hot date tonight, and I'm going to be really hungover, and I'm going to do some blow and have 2 hours of sleep. It's show and tell tomorrow, kids. That's what they want to say.
Just bring something from
bring
home
something
and talk about it. I can't be bothered.
It'll take up half the day.
Little bastards.
Talk about grandfather's little freaking dat.
You know, when I was a kid, and I believe it was first grade or second grade or something, the teacher did a project where we all planted vegetables in the little milk cartons. Remember that? And watch them grow. And they would die before they reached maturity because they're in little milk cartons. Well, my uncle had a garden, and I took it out of the milk carton and transplanted it into the garden. And when it was done, I brought one of the vegetables into my teacher
for show and tell
to show her, like, wow, this is the vegetable I planted. And you know what it was? The plant? It was a cucumber plant. So I just come into class with this huge, and I picked the biggest one. It was this big, giant cucumber, and I gave it to her. And I remember her laughing when I handed it to her, and I just thought she was pleased that I brought her the cucumber. And you think back now, of course, it's like, oh, here's a little kid bringing her this huge phallic dildo.
That's not the best uncle story, though.
Oh, well, my uncle was very into gardening in the 70s, my Uncle Joe.
Just tell that story really fast, because that's
very
an
into
amazing...
Gardening. Well, it was a short time after my parents split up, so it was just my mother living... I was living with my mother and my brother and my sister. You know, my father booked out to California, and my mother took in my uncle at that time as to be, I guess, the man of the house or something, rent out the room, make a little extra money.
You needed a father
figure. Rent out the downstairs. Yeah, like my Uncle Joe is going to be the father figure.
Goddamn hippie. He's a goddamn hippie.
And he was into gardening. So he planted what he told my mother was a basil oregano hybrid. Planted in the backyard. Just in case you need about 25 to 30 huge plants worth of basil oregano hybrid. And my mother was fine with this. So my father comes to visit us,
Little weekend visit?
One weekend visit, yeah.
Did he go and play catch at the schoolyard?
No, but with my father, the divorce visits were all about taking me to the local bar, sitting me down, him drinking, watching the ball game or something, and me, drinking a Shirley Temple or a Coke, and thrilled that I could open up peanuts and throw the shells on the floor.
And playing Defender in the
kind
corner?
Of bar. No, it was before video games.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, I know. Well, it was like 1972, something like that.
Dude, people think we're in our 20s.
Yeah, right? Okay,
Weren't you playing your PlayStation 2 in the...
I was playing Glaxon.
Yeah. I was playing Halo.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even whack, 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 whack. Not even.
No.
There was nothing to do. I do remember playing Lunar Lander. So I guess there was some kind of... And Pong. They had Pong games. Ooh, what a thrill a minute that was.
Remember when you played Pong and thought it could never get better than this? This is the coolest thing ever.
I'm playing a game on my TV. Blip, bloop, blip, blip, doop, blip, bloop. Great thrill a minute. It was fun for 10 seconds.
Let's make the paddle bigger so we can pretend we're playing tennis.
Put a goal in it, and it's hockey. Right. Now I'm playing squash. It's a wall in the middle. Flip the switch.
Right.
Big switches and... Oh, God, those games were awful. It was all we had, though.
All right, so where were we?
So my uncle planted these plants, and they grew. Obviously they were pot plants, and they were 10 feet tall, planted in these huge garbage pails in the backyard, and they took up our entire patio area. And my father comes to pick us up and just lays into my mother and says, "What are you doing? Do you understand? If the police see pot plants growing in the yard, they could take the kids away from you. You will go to jail." And my mother just looks at him, puts on the face like, excuse me, it's a basil oregano hybrid. Which my father was just like, yeah, fine, I'll go back out to California and not deal with you. But he was growing huge plants.
Yeah.
He cut him down with this big machete and hung him in his apartment. The whole house smelled like pot. Smelled like pot for years. It probably still does. And that was my uncle's contribution to us growing up, and probably started my brother on his long road to smoking weed. Another one. My brother tried it once in Huntington.
Hence the timing when he comes in to do our show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hence Joe's impeccable comic timing on the microphone.
He knows
Could be pot-induced.
He knows I'm kidding. I love him. You know that.
The neighbors were growing pot across the street from our house in Huntington once. There was a little wooded area, and I had just found out in school, I had learned about pot, and, when the guy comes in and the cop, and he shows you the drawings and all the stats about pot and everything. And I was in the woods across the street, and I found pot plants growing. And it was my brother and his friend Lloyd that lived next door growing these pot plants.
Hello, Lloyd.
Lloyd. And I took him and pulled him out of the ground, and I run, and I go, "Mom, look, I found marijuana." She goes, "Oh, wow, okay, well, just take it out back and, step on it or whatever you want to do.
Destroy it.
So I took it out back on the patio, and I'm just crushing it into the ground, into the cement. And I look up at the big living room bow window looking over our backyard, and there's Joe standing there looking at me with, I swear, a tear in his eye as he's watching me crush the pot plant. And then later on, I see him outside where I was squishing it, on his knees, picking up these little tattered remnants of pot leaves.
He looked like Richard Pryor.
Looking for the crack and the coke in the carpet.
Looking for the crack.
Yeah, and he went inside and dried it in the oven and tried to smoke it.
Nice.
I was a little dick when I was a kid, man. Just a buzzkill.
All right, you guys ready for show and tell?
Show and tell.
Brought this thing in today for you guys.
What have you brought for the class?
Got to take it out of the bag. Want it to be a surprise, everybody.
Oh, no. Okay, now I'm on to it.
No, you're not.
I could tell from Ben's reaction.
Ben hasn't seen anything yet.
I figured out what it was. I didn't see it, but I can figure out what it is.
Oh, no. Oh.
We need dramatic music. All right. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, could you just put that away? It looks like it's paler. God, I can't look at the face.
Hey, we should go put that on what's-his-name's desk.
No.
It looks like him.
No.
Looks like
Andrew
Jimmy.
Gore said he was coming by to take this back.
I know.
Oh, I can't look at that. Pull it away.
He gave me this 2 years ago. It's been tucked in my closet for 2 years.
It's a pickled punk.
He needs to take this back.
It's what they call in the carny business a pickled punk. It is a fetus in a jar. And that one looks like some kind of deformed fetus, because most of them in the carnival days for the sideshows were these deformed fetuses, and they would call it little devil boy if it had horns, or, you know, a tail, it would be monkey boy.
Here,
and that one's got this big oblong head.
Here, pass it around.
It looks like, you know what the head looks like? It looks like alien head.
Well, it's got little eyebrows and stuff.
Ah, don't pass it anywhere near me.
Look, you know what? This is not a bit. This was given to me 2 years ago, and I really want to return it to its owner.
Disgusting.
I don't want this anymore. It has caused nothing but problems.
Thought he was in Albany.
Don't look directly into its face. You don't know what that'll do.
So is Andrew Gore coming by to take this back, please?
Put it down. Oh, just get rid of it.
No, you
don't
can't.
Look at its ass.
No, you can't just get rid of it. I'm not. This is not a bit.
I understand. You feel
this is the
it's
part
like
of the program
tiki.
where I'm being dead serious.
You feel it's like the tiki from the Brady Bunch.
Yes.
And it has to be brought back to the cave, like Mr. Hanalei said.
Yes.
And Opie feels the same way. Like this fetus in a jar has to be returned to its rightful owner.
At the time, I thought it would be a cool conversation starter.
I can't look at that thing.
And
it needs a tan.
I was severely wrong.
Don't shake it, because I think the top leaks.
And I got to give it back to its owner, which is Andrew Gore.
Ugh.
No bit. No jokes. I don't want this thing anymore. But you can't just get rid of it. I have to hand it back to him.
I don't know how you wanted it in the first place.
Is he around, Ben? I'm serious. Call him up.
He's supposed to come in. You don't mix it up with your coffee.
Is he coming in?
Talk to Steve. I don't... Andy kind of freaks me out. No offense.
I know. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
I am not a big fan of his.
Steve is.
Steve?
Andy might have flaked.
Oh,
he said yeah, exactly.
I can't deal with him or his stuff or his wares. Opie's fascinated by this stuff.
Not anymore.
And, no, you're still fascinated by it. You just don't want it in your ownership.
I'm fascinated by the macabre.
When we were in town, you told me, "Hey, we should go down there and take a look at his place." And I was like, "I have no ambition to go down there. I don't want to see this guy. I don't want to see his collection of disgusting stuff. I love porno. I will say that. But with the disgusting stuff, I can't take it. I don't like the macabre, the macabre. I'm not a fan of the macabre.
Is it macabre?
It's macabre.
Macabre.
The corn on macabre.
I'm not even trying to make a joke. I just don't want that anymore.
You've had it for so long. I think you have custody now. It's been enough time you adopted it.
It's the first time I've seen it in 2 years. It was tucked in my closet for
I looked
a long,
at it again.
long time.
See? I looked at it. Now it's creeping me out. It's going to give me nightmares. You know what it reminds me of? The little baby thing in Eraserhead. Remember when he had it? It looked like a goat head.
All right, well.
Not a fan. What kind of jar is it in?
I don't know. That jar is so old.
Is it a pickle jar? Olive jar.
Olive jar. It's
right.
a very, very old jar.
Is that the name of the thing? Olive? Call it olive.
That used to be displayed at sideshows.
Yeah, and Opie's like when we're in Washington, come on, let's go over and check out Andy's house. You got to see his collection. He lives in a hip area in D.C. We'll go over and get some dinner and go over there. I would probably puke if I went in that guy's apartment.
Yeah,
no
I agree
way.
now. So
never.
All right, we got to take a break, Anthony. We don't really have to, but
it's disgusting. Get it away. Put it back in the bag.
We got to regroup and bring the funny back to the show.
Put it back in the bag, please. It's making me gag.
XM202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Bop, bop, bop. Everything seems to be working today.
Really? That's sort of that's a blanket statement to make this early in the program, Opie.
Turn down the headphones a little bit, and I'm ready to broadcast.
There we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. This is the O&A virus spreading across America. It's getting so exciting. Every day, more people jumping aboard, Anthony. turning on their
Yes.
XM satellite radios. Welcome to you and yours for checking out the Opie and Anthony program.
Welcome, brand new bunch of people who just got your XM radio and activated it. Brand new people every day, Opie.
We are the true underdogs. We understand that.
Mm-hmm.
We were on top of the world 2 years ago doing afternoon radio in many, many cities across America.
I remember that.
And then we were yanked off the air.
Yank.
For a legal broadcast, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, morally, it wasn't good. Oh, it was bad judgment. We understand that now. We learned.
Some people were very upset. Very upset by our actions.
And then our old company held us to our contracts, made us sit out for 2 years, took away everything we ever did, so we got to start from scratch.
Brand new. Everything's got to be new.
So we are the underdogs. We understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, hopefully sooner than later, this will be a well-oiled machine, Anthony.
Well-oiled?
Well-oiled? You don't like that?
Well-oiled machine.
A well-oiled machine, right. Oh, working out the bugs every day and adding bits every day. New faces and old faces dropping in the studio every day. We're slowly but surely building the new O&A show. And I can't be more excited than I am today.
I'm slowly building my favorites list on my computer. For some reason, every day, the favorites that I mark off, because I like being able to go from one web page to another. Important little web pages, Opie, like Drudge Report and Fox News' page and things like that, just to keep updated on current events and things that are happening. And for some reason, it disappears on a daily basis. Things disappear around here. That's what I've noticed in the week that we've been coming here. Some things disappear.
Well, there's a new list of problems today.
Not so much the equipment, which is nice. Everything's being sorted out.
Well, this is our channel, High Voltage 202, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we start every day at 5 a.m. I don't know when you're listening to this show. A lot of people hear it live. Other people hear it in the afternoon. I have no idea. But 5 a.m. Eastern Time, we start playing some kick-ass rock and roll to get you psyched for the show.
Have some fun, sure.
And Ben helps out and programs the damn thing for us to get everyone psyched. And he programmed a nice hour of music for today's show, and it disappeared.
It was really good, too. I really I had a lot of songs. Stones, Who.
Why would the
Zeppelin,
music just disappear?
U2.
So then we had to play the
know.
music from yesterday, which was a kick-ass set, but, you know.
But we want to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, we definitely want some variety on this channel.
And that just disappeared off of the computer?
As did you saw my new lighter that I had yesterday? I got this brand new lighter. That's gone. All different, the radio out there that I was listening to, that dickhead out there, yelled at me for yesterday.
Yeah.
That's gone.
That's gone? Does anyone
so you
else...
can't even listen to the show out there.
Oh, well, that kind of seems obvious who would have taken that.
Well, that'll all change.
Does anyone else use this studio?
No, I think we got to get a lock.
We do have to get a lock because all the buttons are switched around every day.
Yeah, the board shouldn't change.
Look, it's hard enough for Anthony and I to build this brand new show.
Mm-hmm.
We got our work cut out for us, but to come in here and then we're trying to figure out all the new equipment and then have all the buttons reset and changed and this and that every morning, and the computer favorites all gone. Someone is messing with us.
Passwords are different. I log on, because now I'm assuming my favorites aren't up here because it's logged in under someone else's password. Like each time you log in, it's like a brand new computer, Opie.
If there's someone in the building on this floor that has a problem with us, then come in the studio and face us.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I've got another puzzle for you. Boompa, boompa, doompa dee dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
If you have a problem with us, come in now and we'll settle it.
Waddle in here.
Stop being a pussy and doing things behind our back.
Now you're making accusations, Opie.
I did not. I asked if there was someone that had a problem.
You're implying that he's doing things behind our back.
Somebody is. Things are disappearing.
Yeah. What does Ben need a lighter for? You smoke?
No, I got this brand new. I sure told you. I got like a $50
cigar,
lighter.
Right? He likes smoking cigars.
Yes, but I got it the other night. I left it right here, and it was gone.
Are there still places to smoke in the city?
Yeah, there's a few.
Really?
Yeah, there's one that's breaking the law right by the office here, but there's actually like 10 legal places.
I'm kind of, when Mayor Bloomberg here in New York City first came out with this smoking ban, I was like, no, man, fight the power, man. You know, if people want to smoke, they should be allowed to. Freedom, man. Now, I don't want anyone smoking anywhere. I'm horrible. I'm one of those people. I know. I know, but I'm one of those people now where it's like it's kind of nice to go out and come home and not have the whole house smell like your sweater because it's covered in smoke.
Well, this is what I don't understand.
Kind of digging it now.
I don't understand this. If you own a bar, okay, why aren't you allowed to let people smoke in your bar?
Because
it's a legal substance.
Because the people that work there, that's what Bloomberg was saying, is the people that work there
then
shouldn't be subject.
Don't work in that bar.
Yeah, but, you know, that might be the job they can get.
I'm not a smoker, and I'm like you. I'm glad that there's no smoking anymore because you can wear clothes like more than once, things like that. You can breathe, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't get, you know, it's a legal substance that they're telling people you're not allowed to have people smoking in your establishment. I don't get that.
Threat.
This is America.
They're saying it's a health threat.
Well, then when you're getting your workers, you know, on the application, do you mind working in a smoking environment?
They shouldn't have to be subjected to that sort of.
And then on top of that, all right,
smoke.
So we lost that battle, okay? We lost that battle. I get it. And I hate smokers and I hate smoking, but
You hate smokers too?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, just throw a blanket over everybody.
I'm sorry.
I hate the smoker.
All right, I hate cigarette smoke, okay?
Made me stop gambling up in Mohegan Sun. Went up there in Foxwoods, went to Foxwoods, and they have a no smoking part of the casino, which is pretty cool. Went in there, but they close it down at about 2 in the morning. So then at 2, I figure, you know, I still want to do some gambling. And I went into the smoking section. Here's what you have to sit next to. Either some Asian guy or an Arab guy that is smoking like 2 at a time. And the ashtray's right next to you, and they're just blowing smoke, and you can't breathe. I mean, you cannot breathe. So I had to leave the table after like 10 minutes. I couldn't lose any more money. I was pissed.
There was a sports arena in Rochester that was smoke-free, except for one room that you were allowed to smoke in, and the nickname of the place was called The Tomb.
The Tomb. Yeah, they sometimes in airports that you go to around the country, sometimes they have like a glass room, and you can watch the smokers through it. You can just watch them getting cancer. It's amazing. The whole room is just full of smoke. Oh, there's vents at the top and filters and fans that aren't doing anything. And you look in there and go, how could you even step in there?
Right.
You just stink.
You know, 2 things about the law. What's funny is they can still sell cigarettes in restaurants that you can't smoke in. You can still sell cigarettes, but you can't smoke them in there, which is weird.
Yeah, you could buy a pack for $8 or whatever the hell the going rate is now.
All right, so we lost that battle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now there's like cigar bars in New York that they're trying to close down. The whole reason those places are open is so you could go and have a cigar.
Same principle, though.
And I don't
is what
smoke
they're
cigars
saying.
either. Yeah, but that's the whole reason that these places are in business.
Yeah.
There's a place for people to go to smoke. You're not stumbling into this place going, oh, my God, I didn't know people were going to be smoking in here.
Yeah, well, they say that the employees are in danger.
But it doesn't make sense to me that they're allowed to shut down, you know, even smoking lounges.
Yeah, this is a place to go that's specifically for smoking.
Pretty much, yeah.
And they're shutting them down.
It's like little finger food, and they got their whiskeys and stuff in a full bar.
Yeah,
but,
like that's fine, because I'm not going to go in there.
But most people go there to have a cigar, and they're trying to shut those places down. I don't get that.
There's a place downtown called Hudson Bar and Books that you can't get into because you can still smoke there because so much of their business is tobacco. So, but if, say, you go in there to smoke cigarettes, they charge you $2 for every cigarette you smoke while you're in there.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
How do they know how many you're smoking?
I think it's the honor system, but it's pretty. The place is packed. You can't even get in there any night of the week now.
How do they charge you? Does somebody come up to you and say $2, or they give you a bill?
There's a sign when you walk in, and then there's a sign at every table, and there's a sign at the bar and everything, yeah. Or if you bring in your own cigar, you know, because they sell it all in there.
I'm trying to figure out how they do it.
I think it's the honor system, you know. I mean, how do you keep track of everyone smoking cigarettes? I mean, people, you know, right.
Really? Yeah, especially in a crowded room. Wow, that's really weird. What's the justification of $2?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Is it costing them money for you to come in there and smoke?
Well, because you're not buying the cigarettes there.
God, that's hysterical.
They should just allow smoking establishments. This is supposed to be America, land of the free.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they're allowed to smoke still in Iraq.
Yeah.
This is the
Iraq
land of...
does seem to be a little more free than we are here, because you're not free to do a lot of things. That's really the selling point of America has been for many years is, hey, you know, it's America, man. We're free to do whatever you want to do. It's a free country. Thank God we're free to do. And the truth of the matter is, you're really not free to do much of anything.
No.
You're free to adhere to all of the rules. That's what you're free to do.
More rules every day. Every single day, there's more rules in this country.
Every day, more rules. The second they notice that you're free to do something, they have to regulate it. I remember reading about a month ago, there's some kind of way to atomize booze, to make it like a mist, and you put this mask on and you breathe in the booze.
I love that story.
It takes about 20 minutes to do a shot. You sit back. Now, 20 minutes to do a shot. I could do like 5 shots in 20 minutes. You're hanging out with your friends, drinking a few beers and stuff. So it takes 20 minutes to inhale this shot. And instead of going through your stomach, you're getting the effects like you would if you smoked something. It's a mister. You know, it mists the booze. And immediately, well, we need regulations against this. This is horrible. This is... Now, why is it so bad? You're drinking it or ingesting it slower than you would if you were drinking it.
Yeah, you're controlling your drinking.
But everyone freaked out because it's alcohol, and it's some new way to do it. So, well, no, we got to figure out a way. We got to see if this can still be picked up on the breathalyzer. We got to figure out if this is dangerous. We got to figure out if people need to be saved from this, if the kids are going to start using it. So we need regulation. You're really not free to do anything.
Stop regulating.
Yeah,
You're
please.
driving us nuts.
Are you free to, if you wanted to, on a whim, just go outside naked, outside your house, and sit on a lounge chair in the sun on your front property that you own with nothing on?
A man can dream.
You know something? You're absolutely not free to do that.
No.
You're free. Can you just go outside and in your backyard and start blasting off some rounds into a phone book in your backyard? No. You would get arrested. You can't discharge firearms within the city limits unless it's in a perfect spot.
Let's go a little further. Are you free to take up arms against the government?
Well, that's why we have
that
our
old gag?
right to bear arms open.
Yeah, that's that old gag. Why don't you go outside right now and try to take up arms against the government and see what happens?
Get a little militia together?
Yeah, you and your cute little gun while they bring in the helicopters, you idiots.
The Apaches and the tanks come after you. You know, we need it because it's a deterrent to the government.
Right, we need an armed society just in case we have to take the government out. Oh, really?
You're going to use your deer rifle against a howitzer?
Really? Do you have laser-guided missiles yet at your house?
From my cold, dead hand. Oh, wait, I have Alzheimer's. From my cold, dead foot. Isn't that the saying? I forgot. Yeah, so you really, you know, it's a great selling point for the country, and when the immigrants want to come over and become American, it's a great selling point. Hey, you're free to do everything. No.
Slow down.
Slow down, because you're really not free to do much of anything. Everything is regulated. Everything costs money. You can't just buy a car and start driving. In a free country, shouldn't you be able to take your money that you earned and buy a car and just jump in it and start driving? You should, but no. You need a license. You have to register it. You have to inspect it. It's got to, you got to adhere to all the rules on the road. And if you screw up, they could take all that away from you.
I bet you in Iraq you could just find one of those old Toyotas and just start driving around.
An old Datsun pickup with a machine gun in the back.
You don't have to worry about registration.
I'm driving, my friend. I'm driving. I am truly free, my friend. I'm driving.
Insurance.
You're free. Now,
you
Iraq.
Think they got car insurance in Iraq?
Iraq is a freer country right now than the United States of America.
It's also like the Wild Wild West over there, but...
Which was a great time in America, too, from what I read. I think it was fun. You could just get your horse, you ride out west, and pan for gold, Opie. And if somebody wanted your gold, they'd try to shoot you. And you shoot back at them, and if you kill them... Yeah, you're out of danger for a day or two.
There was a time, if you liked a piece of land, you just started living there.
You would stake your claim.
You know that river near your house? Try to, just build a house there on your own.
Yeah. If you see a nice piece of property that you like right by your house, why not just lay down some walls and a roof on it and start living there and see what happens to you.
Let's test this freedom thing today.
Try that one out. Build a house on a nice piece of land by a river. Till the ground. And grow the corn.
And screw going to Home Depot. Just start chopping down the trees and make your own log cabin.
Call yourself Pa Ingalls.
Right.
And just build a soddy by the river.
Hey, you could save a lot of money. Give it a try. See what happens in the land of the free.
Take your buckboard into Sleepy Eye for some supplies and go back to the house you just built.
Right.
See what happens. See if there's someone waiting there for you.
Hey, what happened?
I just built my house by Plum Creek. I figured I'd live here. It's a nice plot of land.
Yeah.
It's a free country, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is. It sure is.
I think you'd have some marshals there.
You think?
Your goods would be out, and there'd be a big lock on the door of the house that you built. There's no real freedom like that in the way that, it was many, many years ago. They regulate everything. You're not free to do anything. You go to work. You have to go to work every day to live in this country. You can't not work and live in the United States of America.
You can't not work? Have you walked around lately in the city?
And look and see what it is. It's homeless people. They're dregs of society in this country. They're the outcasts, the people that you don't want around. You can't just do that. And you have to work. You got to pay your taxes.
Right.
That's not free. You make money and it's a 50% cut with the government. They're your partner. We're in it together, partner. That doesn't sound very free. I mean, of course people are going to say, well, look at the alternatives. Yeah, I don't want to live in Iraq. I don't want to live in a lot of countries that aren't free. But don't be delusional and think you live in this great free nation where you are free to do anything and pursue these dreams and hopes. No, you're really not.
Food prices are out of control. Why don't you go collect your own food?
Hunt for your own food.
Why don't you give that a shot to see how free we really are?
And what, you have to only be hungry during hunting season? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, I'm hungry. You know something? As you're driving down...
I'm hungry right now, and I like bear for dinner.
Right. I want a little tasty bear meat.
I'm going to go out and get a bear today.
You know something? I drive down the highways and byways of this great nation of ours, Opie, and a lot of times you'll see a deer on the side of the road. You right?
Right.
Pull over, pull out your rifle, and take a beat on his little deer head and just blast it off. Now throw it on your fender or whatever it is, and take him home.
That's some good eating.
What's going to happen if you get caught with that deer? You're going to be fined, if not arrested, for blasting off your rifle at the wrong place at the wrong time. It doesn't seem truly free to me like that.
Why are we talking about freedom today? How did this start?
I don't know. I think, are we free to run this station without an Oompa Loompa? I think that's probably how it started.
That's how it started.
I don't know.
Opie and Anthony. I bought their asses for a half a pack of cools.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Precious? Hey, little Jimmy. This is your big baby girl, Patrice O'Neal. How are you, sweetie? This is Patrice O'Neal, the man who knew Jimmy was gay first before anybody else did. Chilling, you're listening to Opie and Anthony here on XM Radio, man. Warn yourselves. Go find your mommy.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, I'm so tired of waiting for us to wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, I'm so sick of waiting for us to make a move. Wake up, wake up, wake up, and we will never lose. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to make a move. Wake up, wake up, wake up, and we will never lose. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. Thanks for checking us out, and thanks for helping us out with the whole virus thing. What's wrong, Jim Norton?
I'm just as we're coming back from break, watching this. What is this show at Regis? Good Morning America.
Regis and Kelly.
I don't even know what it's called.
No, because you're never up this early. Until recently, but
I just don't. It's amazing to me the forced cuteness that people buy into.
Dude, she's
hot.
I'm not saying, dude, please. This
And she's a dirty girl, too,
I
by
would
the way.
torture her for hours.
She's a very dirty girl, yes.
How do you know?
You could just tell. And she was on our show before she got really famous, and you could just tell by talking to her that she's a dirty girl.
She's had how many kids, though? You don't know what kind of wreckage is down there.
Nah, man. Some of the girls could keep it together after they have the kids.
You know something? That really is a turnoff. What am I going to say? I know Ope's into that. You like the pregnant chicks.
Do you really?
He had a pregnant chick come into the studio once.
It's one of my
get naked and do a retarded dance in front of him.
Big areolas with milk leaking out of them?
Yeah.
It's called a lap dance. Yeah, it's one of my... it's one of my weird fetishes.
I know, I have a few weird ones, too, but not I like just me and her to be involved. I don't need a little rugrat in there in the belly.
In there, grabbing at your junk as it thrusts into his head, into the soft spot. Fire some into the soft spot.
You pull it out, your mule smells like saline because there's placenta on it.
That's great. I'm going to give the little fetus the Kennedy treatment and blast him in the head.
Jesus.
That's it. Look at his fat little fetus head back and to the left.
The music interlude of the One Show.
Oh, really? What is this?
You make me feel so young.
Ah, the Regis CD.
You make me feel so spring is sprung. And
When you
every
shove
time
that
I
dildo
see
in my
you
ass,
grin,
you make me feel
I'm
so young,
such
Gelman.
a happy individual the moment that you speak.
Oh.
I want to go play hide and seek.
In your pussy!
I want to go and bounce the moon. Just like a toy balloon.
Oh!
You and I are just like a couple of tots.
Tots.
Running across the meadow. Picking up lots of forget-me-nots.
Oh!
You make me feel so young.
You make me feel so young.
You make me feel there are songs to be sung.
Like when I was
bells
hung.
to be rung. A wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray.
Like now?
That
is some awful music, man.
It's wonderful when a celebrity puts out a music CD. I love these things.
You know what that's called? That's called when you get to a point in the business where nobody around you is comfortable enough to go, dude, that stinks.
That's awfulness.
That people, you think anybody he knows likes that? You think anyone's going, boy, that was terrific?
Not someone he knows, but I know someone that likes it and probably plays it on his show.
Who?
Don't you think that's being played on Frank's Place?
Oh, probably.
I bet. Here's the latest one from Regis.
It's the song that's gotta be, picking up Forget-Me-Nots.
Forget-me-nots.
No,
like a toy balloon. Just stay away from the coon.
We're running around like a couple of tots.
Like tots.
I
want to F your ass till it rots. Come here, Gelman.
I'd put my dick in your nose and make you lick off the snot.
You make me feel so young.
I kind of like
I want to stick it in your bung.
Rub my helmet on your tongue. And then chop lock you in the throat.
Hey, that didn't rhyme.
No, that was the end of the verse.
I know.
Pick forget-me-nots while you suck cum shots out of my hose.
I thought we couldn't improvise here.
You make me feel so young. Put some of that crap on my tongue.
Regis, why is there an open sore on my vag lip? That's a forget-me-not.
On your twats.
So beat it, you grungy whore. Wish I could do his voice. Sugar.
Oh, sugar.
That's good. I saw a commercial for that on late night television for his CD. And I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like I was watching Mad TV or something. It didn't look real. It was like, Regis sings all of your favorite hits from the past. It's like, what? Really?
At least when William Shatner does it, he knows he stinks.
You make me feel so young.
Right.
Spock. Even when I had the aging disease from the
planet. Yeah.
You want to try this one really fast?
You make me. Yeah, let's hear another from Regis. Regis Philbin. Songs to change your colostomy bag to, you old fuck.
When you're smiling.
Yeah.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Pretty airy. Trying to sound all sexy and sultry.
When you're laughing, it must mean a crippled guy just fell out of his chair.
For the sun comes shining through.
That's right, Gilman.
But when you're crying,
you just got your HIV test back.
on the rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy
again, Gilman.
Keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles
with you.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I kind of like this CD. I'm gonna.
Isn't that great? He is to singing what Voss is to Shakespearean acting.
Alas, poor Uric. I fucked his sister.
I'll sell thou a dryer door.
I like the CD. I'm going to put it to the side. I think it's really nice.
Oh, that is atrocious.
The fellow owes me money, and he's dodging me.
Hello? Is King Lear home?
Can I buy you a castle?
Why hasn't Voss come in? Where's Voss?
Boy, the phones aren't working again.
Neither's the air conditioning. It's fucking brutal in here.
I know.
Could they put the air on in here?
Let's say hi to Krista. Hey, Krista.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
You make me feel so young, Krista.
What's up, Krista?
Make me feel so strong and...
Atta girl.
What's up, Krista?
What's on, Krista?
Okay. Well, basically, you guys, those comedy bits, during the breaks, that's, like, awful.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys play the, that segment that we just had? I don't think you guys should cut it. It was actually pretty funny.
What segment?
Which one?
The one with the girls with the video games.
The girls?
Oh, the Swedish chick.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we'll keep it in the replay. What the hell?
I think it's funny.
Is that why you're calling, though?
Well, I called to ask, about the breaks, and I basically, spoke with the DJs behind the scenes.
All right. Are you blind?
Yes, I am. And,
Oh.
I had to find the phone number, and I couldn't find it.
How'd you find it?
Oh, I gotta go.
Why? Is that your dog barking?
Because I'm gonna be late for the bus, basically.
Where are you going today?
School.
You hope.
Jesus.
Oh, that's awful.
That is awful. We like Krista.
I gotta go.
All right, Krista. Thank you.
Sorry.
When you're seeing. You make me feel your face so I can see what you look like.
You guys are awful.
You make me feel the raised letters. Forget me not, you sightless twat. Your dog just shit on my rug.
Jesus. It's a very angry show today.
That's harsh.
Wow.
Oh, another ditty. Yeah. Groovy.
You make me feel so young.
It's the same ditty.
You make me feel so spring is sprung.
Spring is sprung.
And every time I see you grin,
I'll stick it in your fat ass.
The moment that you speak,
I ask if you speak Greek. I'll cut your throat and toss you into the creek.
Just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow.
When I shove it in your ass, try not to bots.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung.
Songs, Calvin.
Bells to be rung.
Bells to be
a
rung.
wonderful fling to be flung.
In your bum.
And even when I'm old and gray, I'm going to feel the way I do today.
This is horrible.
'Cause you make me gay, so young.
Isn't that great stuff?
All right.
The inimitable
Yes.
Regis Philbin.
Oh, what? How many people are around him that nodded and went, "That's great. You should like." Did anybody care about this guy enough to go, "Jesus, that blows. You're awful."
He'll sell a ton of those.
Yeah,
though.
but do you think if Florentine or Voss or Bob Kelly tried to put out an album and go, "Dude, what do you think of this?" You don't think I would spare them the humiliation? Going,
Yeah.
"You fucking suck."
All right, let's go to Jay in Cleveland. Hey, Jay.
Yeah. I was wondering if y'all could read Braille.
No.
We can't read Braille, no.
Damn, I had a Braille tape measure on the side of my cock I needed you to read.
Oh! It sounds like you're a little pissed off at the blind humor, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound like a couple big old fat pussies sitting up there.
I was a little offended by it, too, to tell you the truth.
I don't mind the criticism, but could you not breathe heavily into the phone, you southern fatso?
He's in Cleveland.
Wherever he
Look
is,
at a
he's
map.
got a dumb southern accent, and he's breathing heavy. I got a little... I shouldn't be able to tell how fat you are by listening to you on the phone, stupid.
I can slobber on the back of your neck, too, motherfucker, while I'm holding you down.
You sound
I like
half
that one.
southern and half golfer, sir. What are you?
I don't use grease.
Isn't this the dude from the prank call?
Hey, do you repossess your car?
You concrete walkers.
Hey, shitty folks, I don't like the shoe wearing
Put the
shitty
powder
people.
on that ass.
So you're blind, Jay?
Yeah.
He's not blind.
No, he's blind. You can tell.
How can you tell?
I don't know.
How can you? Because someone who I don't know. Yeah, you're right. You can't tell. I thought I had to read.
How do you know you're in Cleveland if you're blind?
Well,
Good question. You could
good
call on the
question,
phone and call the area code for Cleveland and see if, yeah, no.
That's true.
You could write a letter to yourself and write the zip code to Cleveland and see if you get it.
Or you could stand outside of the local baseball park in October, and if you hear no noise, you're probably in Cleveland. Or you could go to Baltimore, and if you see your team playing there, then you could realize that you're probably in Cleveland. Or you could stand outside a building that should have Black Sabbath in it, but instead they have fucking Aerosmith, and then realize you're in Cleveland. Or you could look for white people and see nothing but 5,000 black guys standing in a bus stop with baseball bats, then you know you're in Cleveland.
Sir,
that was called being on a roll. You have to pause. You may be blind, but are you deaf with no comedic timing either? You leukemia of comedy?
Feel the bumps on his balls and tell me what flavor they are with your tongue.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
This is what happens. This is what happens when guys... What happened with this guy?
You got skins all over your face, and you know it.
Sir, you should say waka waka after every joke, you fatso.
Waka
waka. There you go. You should have that noise coming out of your blowhole, fat boy.
You big old fat pussy.
Thanks.
Go get some exercise.
Wow, he really got you on that one, I think.
Go get some exercise. And you know what? Y'all ain't got no women up there. Why? Why? Because you sit around playing with your booties in the mirror.
Did you just say booties, grown man?
Yeah, you're playing with your booty in the mirror. Sticking bananas up your ass.
All right, thank you. We're going to give Cleveland a chance to...
Bye, Gay Blades.
You make me feel like going to Cleveland and switching your furniture around in your house.
He's not blind. I hope he is blind, though, so he can kneel down and drink out of the bidet. Take a nice sip. Why does my water have, like, corn and little flecks of food in it?
XM 202.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
I know, you see this mess over here? I faked it pretty good yesterday, but I'm done today.
Yeah, Opie's got a Dwayne Reed in front of him.
Oh, it's revolting. Halls, a little yogurt, some chloroseptic.
What is that, Dayquil?
I got Dayquil.
Lip balm.
Lip balm because you get dehydrated from freaking sneezing so much.
A lot of liquid in your snot.
I got the Visine for the red eyes. I got the Tylenol for the freaking fever. I got the Dayquil that I was on all day yesterday. I got the Halls for the throat, the Chloroseptic. You were the one who gave me this crap.
The Chloroseptic? I was saying don't do the Chloroseptic because it gives you, like, trench mouth.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
But it helps to tickle in the back of the throat.
Ah.
And then another roll of toilet paper, which will be gone by 10 o'clock this morning.
All you're missing from that little collection is tampons and AZT.
I know, it's so pathetic.
It really is nauseating.
I really can't defend that at all, but...
This is one of the worst colds going around because I had it last week.
When we were doing the promotional tour, Anthony was sick. Oh. And I was thinking to myself, oh, God, if he's sick, because Anthony never gets sick. It's coming my way. I know it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the worst timing ever. We start the third stage of the Opie and Anthony show, and I am so out of it. It's not even funny.
Ill-fated. I know where I caught it from, too, at Mohegan Sun, handling those disgusting chips from those old people there. Ugh. Those disgusting old sniffling, ugh. And they're holding the chips. And, of course, it's going from one person to another, One person loses $20. You won $20. The dealer doesn't put it back in their stack. They give you the old snotty chips from the person next to you, and then you got them in front of you.
I never heard that.
It's disgusting.
So
it's not going to stop me from gambling.
No.
It's wonderful.
Never.
But
ever.
I'm sure that's where I got it. And I had a fever about a week ago. I had a fever that... And I never get fevers, man. And I wound up getting fever junk. You know what fever junk is?
What?
It's when your body is hot. I had a fever. It was over 101. Which isn't that bad, but it's a fever. Your body tries to regulate the temperature, and if you know anything about the reproductive system, your testicles hang out of your body because the temperature has to be less than body temperature to make your sperm cells.
Is that why they hang outside?
Yes.
I didn't realize. I thought that was just to humiliate a girl when you put them on her nose. All right, see, you learn something every day. My apologies.
Yes. I believe they have to be somewhere around 96 degrees to produce sperm cells.
I've had the fever junk for the last 2 days.
So when you have a fever, your sack is hanging
low, man. They're like click-clacks.
It's like you take 2 click-clacks. Remember that old kid's toy? The click-clacks? Now take it and get a fruit roll-up. Put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. Now stick the click-clacks in the fruit roll-up and hang it between your legs. That's pretty much what my sack was like. Sticking to my thigh. And then your junk itself, your schlong, kind of hangs down, too. It looks very impressive.
Yeah.
When you go into the bathroom and look in the full-length mirror, you're like, wow, you got porn star junk. But it gets annoying when you roll over in bed and it's, your sack is touching your ass. How did that happen? It's fever junk. It's all hot and bothered and trying to get away from your body.
Eventually we're going to have to do What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony show? Fever junk.
Fever junk.
Half this stuff's still not set up. We don't know how to print out feedback yet. We got an FU line that still doesn't work. So it's a work in progress,
It's a work in progress. Like we said, they didn't have enough time, 4 months, to get our studio in order.
And Ben and Steve are going to probably brawl by Friday, I think.
Oh, these two? Yeah, that's a match made in heaven, man.
Steve could kick my ass. I'm not even gonna, try and fight him.
Did you even have to say that?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, by the way, guys, Steve could kick my ass, in case you didn't know.
I don't know if Steve has a listening problem or he's just deaf.
No, I am partially deaf, so that's definitely.
I don't like that Steve could just talk from another room.
Martini Steve.
See, we have another sound clip today. Nice.
I love it.
It's a nice addition to the show, this Martini Steve music.
We're coming back,
Yeah,
see?
that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem, Steve.
Steve's dressed very appropriately for work today.
Tattoos and...
What am I trying to impress?
Wait, we can't hear you.
Yes. Your audio is low, sweetie.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'll say.
It's real low.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd. How's that?
It's
Oh, there
better.
we go.
Take those thick Lebanese fingers and turn the...
So, Ben, how is Steve supposed to dress?
Oh, I don't know.
Ben, who am I trying to impress at 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning?
Ben looks a little nice. He's got his collared button-down shirt on.
It's orange.
Yeah. So?
And you have the cut-off sleeve skull and crossbones shirt.
I'll just tell you a little story. The other day, me, Ope, and Steve went to lunch after we were here during the day, and we went to a restaurant over here in Midtown, and they did not want to seat Steve. They were mortified. They tried to put us in a corner. Because Steve was wearing that exact same shirt and sleeves cut off.
At a nice restaurant, right?
Yeah.
In
Exactly.
Midtown.
So I put a jacket on, whatever. I was fine.
Jesus.
Yeah, these two are going to kill each other.
Oh, yeah.
And it won't be long.
I like Ben. It's just he's such an instigator sometimes. He knows he's doing it too. He is an expert in prodding and poking. He figures out what your buttons are, and then he just goes right for them, and he just doesn't stop until he gets blasted.
You know what Club Soda Kenny said?
What?
He goes, Club Soda Kenny loves pulling gags on people all the time, on perfect strangers. You know, he'll be, excuse me, you dropped something. And then the person looks around like they dropped something, or just go, miss, and then not look at the person. The person thinks you were calling them. Those fun little gags. He can't do it in front of Ben. He said to me, I can't do it. I said, why? Because Ben will go right up to the person's face, point at them, and start laughing hysterically at the person. You're going to get killed someday.
Kenny's too funny, though. We were in Boston on Newbury Street, and the Yankees were in town, and he's screaming, look, it's the fucking New York Yankees! Out in the middle of the street, people were just mortified. That was one of the funny ones that he pulled.
They love him in Boston.
Yeah.
This is the worst of the Opie and Anthony show. This is Opie, one half of the Opie and Anthony show. Anthony, I don't know where he is. He's probably listening to this in his car, though, as I'm working, sitting here, saying stupid shit into a microphone.
Are you guys familiar with the McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's?
The McGriddle sandwich?
What's that?
Yes.
What is the McGriddle sandwich?
It's a pancake. The bread is pancakes, and it's got little splooges of syrup built in to scientifically and magically put into the pancake. I don't know how they do it, but it's great. It's my favorite sandwich. It's the only thing that gets me up in the morning. Anyway, yesterday, 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm driving into work, ate my McGriddle sandwich, and little Jimmy, as the first bite out of my mouth, that little splooge of syrup squirts into my mouth, and little Jimmy calls Patty C, I believe it was Action Park for blood clots, referring to her period. I damn near threw up. I was gagging.
Perfect timing.
Gagging and laughing, perfect timing, ruined the sandwich for the rest of my life. So,
all right,
thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
I did you a service, believe me.
Speaking of throwing up from eating something, did you guys see this in yesterday's New York Post?
Yep.
What?
The segue with this, Opie, is
thank
like it was planned.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you.
The guy talks about his McGriddle sandwich and how he almost puked eating it. Opie goes scurrying through the papers and finds this story. Yep. That's the professionalism.
I'm so glad you see
that
my
gives
importance.
You the multi-million-dollar experience.
I'm so glad you see my importance on this show.
Of course.
Thank you.
This is a tightly run ship.
I'm one step above Earl pushing buttons, but thank you. Thank you. Speaking of which, Anthony.
Yes.
Yes. Gal finds condom in pastry.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
Oh.
A young Manhattan woman split open her breakfast muffin only to find what seemed to be a condom baked inside. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And look,
that is really bad.
Not only is it a condom.
Oh, they got a picture.
Yeah. Not only is it a condom, which is bad enough, okay?
Yeah.
But if it was a condom that wasn't used yet, it would be all rolled up.
Oh, God.
And quite frankly, I think you could, throw the condom aside and still enjoy your breakfast.
Oh, stop it. You are kidding me. You would eat that muffin if an unused condom was in it.
Well, if the line was really long, why get back on the line? You see, the condom wasn't used. A little misfortune.
There's a penis in it.
Are unused condoms allowed in the pastries?
No, sir. But this condom was obviously used. It's a dead little fish.
You know what she should have done? She should have, just squeezed it out on top of the muffin and said, I can't believe it's not butter.
Oh, my God, I'm going to puke.
Yeah, it came with its own spread.
I was going to say,
it
came with its own icing,
Whatever you want to put on it.
A little icing for the muffin.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm getting the heebie-jeebies.
That is really heebie-jeebie inducing.
Teresa Van Horn. Usually, when this crap happens in the paper, you're like, all right, someone's trying to get money.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of people. Yep,
I mean,
they do that.
Really, come on. You found a rat in your McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah.
Come on, right?
Yeah.
But it looks kind of legit. It's Teresa Van Horn, a 29-year-old writer at MTV Network, said she was eating a carrot nut cream cheese. That wasn't cream cheese.
Oh,
stop.
What kind of muffin was it?
A carrot nut.
Carrot nut cream
cheese
What are you, a
top
vegan?
muffin.
Who buys those?
From her office building's bodega on West 50th Street when she found a piece of latex baked into the crumbly delicacy.
No extra charge.
All right, here's where I got a problem. I ate almost half the muffin before discovering it.
Oh.
Good.
Then she took a bite, pulled back, and it snapped into her face, a la cartoon style.
Boing. Then it was like...
Spinning in her mouth like a shade when you roll it down, and then...
Dude, listen to this. I
a window shade.
I ate almost half the muffin before discovering it. Then it was like slow motion. When I pulled it out, I was screaming. No! And of course, because this is what you need for the lawsuit. Since the incident last Tuesday morning, she said she's lost her appetite. That crap is bull.
Can't eat, can't sleep, can't have sex.
No, you get right
Give
back.
me millions of dollars.
Maybe you don't eat for like a couple hours, but then the hunger pains happen, and then you're eating.
You're going to eat.
You
I would have
got
ran down there and got another muffin immediately.
Really?
Yeah, give me one without a rubber.
That's it.
Please.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Van Horn called the health department to report it, but was told not to bother. Go ahead and throw away the evidence, a representative told her over the phone.
Of course, they want to be bothered with anything.
Idiots.
We won't get to your complaint for days or maybe weeks. Yeah, they just didn't want to be
They don't
bothered.
want to be bothered.
They just didn't want to be bothered. And it goes on and on, but there
Finds
you go.
a condom in a muffin, and the stupid health department doesn't want to do anything about it.
They don't care.
What asses.
So, it goes on and on, but there's the story.
Was it a Magnum at least?
I don't know. Look
Big
at that.
boy. I don't know. It kind of looks shriveled in the baking process.
It looks
like,
like
it was definitely cooked in there. And
it looks like a used condom. And know what's weird? She said she ate half the muffin, but this, I mean, look, she barely has a couple bites out of the muffin, and there's the condom, sitting
then
right
there's
next to the muffin.
some crumbs.
Ugh.
Pick it up with the condom. Pick
All
up
right.
those crumbs. Get a good one.
Yo, what's up? Hey, this is Chris Rock, but you're still listening to Opie and Anthony, so check them out, would you? Sons of bitches!
He's up on the gay shit.
Oh, Jim.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
All right, we got Steven Lynch in the studio.
Pull out your cock.
Right.
Hada.
Shut up. Well, Steven, it's just like yesterday you were in here, huh?
Seems like it.
It's only been over 2 years.
No Jaeger machine out there, though.
I know, we're working on everything. It's nice to get the actual broadcast equipment fixed first before you start adding the liquor
Where are your
machine.
priorities?
I know, our priorities
Foosball
did
table.
change. Foosball
Pinball table.
Jaeger machine, and then we won't care about the equipment not working. You got a point.
These guys we work with, they have no idea. Not the guys in the studio, the
Right.
other people in the office area.
What a party it's going to turn into.
Oh, you could see that all this is going to disappear, all the cubicles and stuff outside, right?
There's nowhere to smoke out there either.
There's no place to smoke pot.
Club
There's-
Stinky. Remember Club
there's
Stinky?
there's no place to put a bar yet.
I know.
No place to
We're
put the
working on it.
foosball table. We like playing foosball during the breaks.
All the cubicles got to go, and then we can put the foosball
We don't have
table
a
back.
green room. Where did you have to sit? On someone's desk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... Don't worry, we'll change everything eventually.
No, I like this.
Or maybe we'll just go to another building.
That's true. Who knows?
Maybe we'll just do that.
Hey,
Stiffs.
what we did after we got the boot,
Yeah.
Steven, I used to see you at Bar 9.
That's right.
Remember that? We would go down there.
Brother
This is
Joe?
because we didn't have any work. We didn't have a show. So everyone from the show would go to a bar. We'd get snotted hammered, get up on stage, and pretty much do the show in front of 50 people at the bar.
You're being kind. Some days 15, 20.
15.
We'd sing She Talks to Angels 15 times.
15
drunkenly.
times, wrong words, drunk, no show.
You guys would
Man,
harmonize.
those were good times.
Good times.
You would harmonize.
Good times. You remember the time you did that song at Bar 9? That was awesome.
That was cool, man.
That was cool. God, why do I... Ugh.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Jessica wants in.
Nope.
So you actually like the Tennessee couple. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
You're calling from Baltimore. What's up, Jessica?
Yeah, I'm waiting to get my load on this truck, and I was listening, and I went back in my sleeper, and bam, been a while.
You're a trucker, ain't you?
Yeah, that's what has changed with the radio show, Steven. We have a lot of truckers that love this radio show, and we're trying to get we're trying to get used to this. It's a little.
Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down the eastern seaboard.
Look,
I got my
y'all
diesel
are the
wound up, and
bomb.
she's a running like a never before. There's a speed zone ahead. Well, all right. I don't see a cop in sight. 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
Yahoo!
Say that again, Jessica.
Try more like 30 days on the road.
Yeah.
We got us a convoy.
Are you a large Marge?
No, I'm not.
Large Marge.
I will describe me to you, and you tell me.
Are you a
I'm
Purdy seat cover?
No. Now, I'm 5 foot tall, 122 pounds, long blonde hair, and a 32 double D.
Oh, man.
Wow.
You sound and look like Dolly Parton.
Well,
Listen to her voice.
She could steer the truck, shift, and roll the window down at the same time with those boobs.
that's right.
All right, so you enjoyed the Tennessee couple?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact.
As a matter of fact. Where are you from originally?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
So you went
the bluegrass.
You went
state.
back into your sleeper and you took care of yourself while listening to that?
Yes.
Oh.
You must have really
Different than,
bad
I mean,
hearing.
you watch the movies and stuff like that, and that gets kind of boring after a while, but you hear something different like that on radio. That's
Did you put on?
Yeah, I'll blow the monsters off this damn radio.
Did you put on the Factor? Bill O'Reilly, get in your sleeper cab and masturbate to my sexual rantings.
Yeah.
The O'Reilly Factor.
Oh, God.
Did you use anything on yourself?
Yeah.
What was
a
it?
Tire
Pocket
iron?
rocket.
A what?
No, pocket rocket.
Oh, she's got a pocket
you got
rocket?
the pocket rocket?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
She's got to use that because Benoit balls would roll all over the dashboard and stuff. Wouldn't be able to keep tabs on them. Goddamn rolled under the seat.
All right, Jessica, you call back anytime. You're all right.
All right, thank you.
All right, there goes
Keep her
Jessica.
between the ditches.
She's loading her big rig, listening to the Opie and Anthony show. All right.
Loading her big rig.
So, yes.
It's a whole new contingency.
Oh, it really is. It really is.
We're loving the truckers. They're great. They're the ones spreading this show all over the place. They're getting on their CBs going, you listened to Opie and Anthony yesterday.
I'm going to get to my shows. It's just going to be like a convoy parked in front.
Right. Oh, where is
going to be
your
like,
show?
wow, Steven has a lot of equipment these days. Look at all the tractor trailers.
No, that's... Who's
got the stool?
You see the,
We're done.
You see the crappy van in front? That's Lynch.
Yeah.
All the big rigs are the Opie and Anthony
You mean
van.
the Avis Ford Focus.
Wow.
Things have not changed much for me in 2 years.
I don't know about that. I see you everywhere now.
We're doing
Lynch blew up since we've been off the air, even more so. You're playing in New York this weekend?
Yeah, Town Hall.
Town Hall on Saturday?
2 shows.
Friday or Saturday or both?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday night. Town Hall.
Saturday night, Town Hall.
And you got this new DVD out live at the El Rey.
Yeah.
Cool.
With
Very
a little
cool.
Greg Opie Hughes quote on the back.
I know. I was kind of flattered
Yes.
about that because I was drunk when I was talking to the New York Times. And we got a New York Times guy right behind you, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll probably be part of our article.
Cool.
In between talking about sex, they had this very funny guy in singing silly songs.
About sex.
About sex. Yeah, my quote was, he's radio gold. When you do a show like ours, to have someone like him is a rarity. Wow.
It was a quote about someone else, but you put it on
I
your...
used it. Right.
I know, it might as well, right?
All right, and then on the DVD...
Great motion picture.
On the DVD, you
You
thank...
see one movie this year.
Yeah.
See Steven Lynch.
On the DVD...
Yes. See.
Live at the El Rey.
On DVD, he thanks all of us, but for me, it's Greg Hughes, a.k.a. Opie from the Opie and Anthony Show. So I became a Steven Lynch stalker, too. I was in L.A. and
I
all
wouldn't say a stalker. You came to a couple shows. We hung out in Vegas.
You don't know where he was peering at night?
A couple. I drove from L.A. to Vegas with Tyke.
That's right.
Tyke and his...
All of us.
And his L.A... Were you in the car?
Yeah.
Oh.
Me and my lady
See?
and Tyke and you.
No, you guys were behind us, man. I was in the Tyke car with the two L.A. guys that scared the crap out of me.
Oh, no, that was on the way.
Yeah, no, from L.A. to Vegas, I was driving with Tyke and two scary dudes from L.A.
Oh, okay.
You drive with other people? Were you driving, or?
Tyke's car, it looked like it was going to blow up, but we made it to Vegas.
That's right.
I never drive with anyone anymore. Unless I can drive my car, I won't go anywhere.
I was in L.A.
I'm petrified of people.
I was in L.A. checking out Dice at the Comedy Store. I look across the street at the House of Blues, and on the marquee it says, tomorrow night, Steven Lynch. I'm like, get the F out of here. So I checked him out there, and then I hit the road. We road tripped. I hit the road with the guys. I'm like, hey, I have nothing else to do for 2 years.
You look like a vagabond, too, man. You had a big beard and long hair.
I really did. There's not many of those
little
pictures.
Stick with the hobo thing hanging off the back of
like
it.
the Unabomber look.
Yeah,
Ted Kaczynski look.
There's only
Great.
one picture of me with the really long hair that that the Post likes to print a lot. But besides that, I started growing the beard and everything. I looked like shit, man. I didn't care. So anyway, all right, you want to do some songs?
Sure.
We've been playing Craig Christ, which actually when I was stalking you in Orlando is when you debuted that song.
Yeah.
Then I'm in Orlando.
Is he playing outside Space Mountain?
He was at the House of Blues down there.
You think me, you think Disney.
Yeah, I think he did the House of Blues tour.
Hope he was stalking you in a Tigger suit.
No, it was
Language, Anthony, language.
I drove down to Orlando to see my family, and I'm listening to local radio, and they're talking about Steven Lynch at the House of Blues. I'm like, well, might as well go see Steven Lynch again.
There you go.
So I saw him down there, too.
It's like serendipity.
And I think that's where I heard Craig.
Yeah.
We'll just say Craig in case people haven't heard this song yet. I couldn't believe it. I laughed so freaking hard at the Craig song.
Thanks, man.
You want to start with that, or
you want me to play that one? All right. Well, I guess that's a good one.
Well, did you have another song you wanted to warm up with?
No,
just
I'll
to see
start
if the
with this
guitar's
one. Why
working
not?
and stuff?
Might as well get right to the...
All right. Jaime, is everything going to work? This is the first time we've had a musician on the new show. That sound all right, Jaime?
Check, test one.
Dude, it's not like we have Zeppelin in the studio. It's Lynch. It should be good enough. What? Do what? 4?
Nice. That's your sound check.
I don't... 4, 1... Oh, count? 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2... All right. Up or low? Okay.
Oh, well.
All right.
This is a Bible song.
All right, here it is. Steven Lynch.
It's about a little-known biblical character. Everyone knows Jesus, the man who healed the lame. Well, I am Jesus' brother. Craig is my name. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Lamb. Jesus is the Son of God. But Craig don't give a damn. Because when Craig's in sight, we'll party all damn night. I don't turn water into wine, but into Coke Coors Light. I'm not my brother, I know, don't walk on H2O, but I got hydroponic shit that me and Judas grow. I'm fucking Craig. I'm fucking Craig. I'm fucking Craig. Craig Christ. I hang out with lepers, Barabbas and Salome. Jesus' friends are called apostles. Those dudes are totally gay. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. No, wait, I already did that line. What is it?
Oh, my God. How are we going to replay this a million times on our show? You messed it up.
Oh, yeah, I know what it is.
All right, go.
Jesus performs miracles from Galilee to Rome. But it would be a miracle if it brought a fucking lady home. Because while Jesus is praying, fucking Craig is laying. Every lady in the Testament, you know what I'm saying. I won't die for your sin like my famous kin. But if you got a little sister, then there's room at this end. I'm fucking Craig. I'm fucking Craig. I'm fucking Craig. Craig Christ. Craig Christ. Jesus was our mother's fave. All her love to him she gave. But there's no sibling rivalry when he's nailed to that tree. Yeah. And now the question for you is not what would Jesus do, but where will you be when the Craig machine comes partying through? And if the
Nice. Man. Woo! Steven Lynch on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Clear your sinuses.
And you don't have to censor yourself. I love this.
That's awesome.
Isn't it awesome?
I've never been able to play that on the radio before.
Seriously?
No.
First
no,
time
how
I
would you do that?
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that no one else gets to play this game.
I'm gosh darn Craig.
I tried to play it on Carson Daly.
Right.
And I got it was like that scene from The Doors, and the guy goes, you can't say girl, we couldn't get much higher.
Right.
But girl, we couldn't get much better. It was exactly. He's like, you can't say
spend the night together.
Fucking.
You could say spend some time together.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't say fucking. I couldn't say gay. I couldn't say Jesus, and I couldn't say Christ.
Yeah, that's
that might wreck the
kind
song
of limited
a
me a
little
little bit. Yeah.
That's called Kill a Kitten. That song.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
No, because you can't say kill or kitten.
Right.
In the
We
same
keep forgetting
sentence.
that we're the only ones that get to play on this field.
It's awesome.
It's unbelievable. We have no idea what this thing could do yet either. We're learning as we go.
Now I can stop writing, innuendo.
Yeah, you could just go for it.
Right out.
The jugular.
Go get him.
The DVD is live at the El Rey. Steven Lynch, and he's playing Town Hall on Saturday. Thanks for coming by.
My pleasure.
I'm just kidding. He went for it.
It's like, what? He's kicking me out already? What the?
That's always the worst when Ope starts it with, yeah, well, they're telling us you got to get out of here quick. And you're like, no, but who's telling you that?
There's nobody saying that.
Yeah, but they're saying you got to get moving down the road.
You touch your ear like there's something in there. I'm getting, yes, we're going to have to go.
He fell for it.
I did fall for it, too.
Dude, you really think that we prepared enough for this show to get us to 10 o'clock? Guess
I think we've been doing for 2 years.
I really do have to go, though, seriously. So.
Oh, you got to.
Yes!
The reversal.
Motherfucker.
The reversal.
I went, holy crap, we're counting on him to get us to 10 o'clock today. Oh, man, that's funny. Well, what else can we play? I'm trying to remember the old days. There were so many songs we couldn't play, or you had to censor. Do you have new songs? Where do you want to go with
new
this?
songs.
Yeah. Oh,
I
the
have,
new stuff.
I got one that's not even on the DVD or either of the records yet.
Is it a brand new one? Is this a...
Because you know how people scream out from the crowd, do
debut.
new stuff! Do new stuff! They always do that, right?
Freebird!
Yeah.
Freebird!
Yeah, let me try this one. It's a song about the truth. I wrote it about a lady I was seeing not too long ago. Hopefully I'll remember the lyrics this time.
Have a seat and listen. Please don't say a thing. In matters of the heart sometimes the truth will have a sting. Just don't take it personally, this is no attack. But we will never last because I'm white and you are also white. I only like black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait, the caramel girls and mocha girls just blow me away. If you are Nubian, I want you to be in every fantasy. But if you're a whitey, say nighty nighty, you're just not the girl for me. Woohoo! Well, her body is a turn-on, curvaceous front and back. Her hair is quite literally an aphrodisiac. Don't call it jungle fever, 'cause that just isn't right. I am not a racist, some of my best friends are white. I just prefer black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait, the caramel girls and mocha girls just blow me away. Well, if you're a cracker, you better get blacker, or else you best get out. It is no mystery, I like a sister, see that's what I'm talking about. Oh man, I hate vanilla ice cream. White rice is so bland. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand. But color is not the issue here. It's dignity, it's class. It's all about her heart. Okay, it's partly about that ass. I want me some black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait, the caramel girls and mocha girls just blow me away. Well, if you're a honky, you're singing the wrong key. It's the honest truth. The skin that she's dwelling in must contain melanin. That is the fountain of youth. Thomas Jefferson, Robert De Niro, with strong thermal, strong thermal.
Yes.
Thank you.
A world premiere?
Oh, well, no, it's not a world premiere. I played it at the shows before, but...
well, a radio world premiere.
There you go.
I like that one.
It's like how TBS says world premiere. Jaws world premiere.
Right.
It's like, what?
I think I've
At
seen
this
before.
exact second on TBS on my television with me standing here in my room.
Is that what you're talking about?
World premiere. Planet of the Apes. The original. What? Really?
First time ever.
That was very nice. I like that one a lot.
Thanks, man.
What else
People
do you wanna
requesting.
do? I know.
People
everyone's-
requesting.
They're requesting.
They're
Altar
requesting,
Boy.
of
They're
course,
requesting-
old school.
But I don't
The
know.
old shit.
Well, I want to see where Steven wants to go because
They're requesting
I'll play some
Special
old
Olympics.
shit, okay.
They're requesting
They're-
Hermaphrodite. They're requesting Full-Blown AIDS.
The FBA song.
Man. I gotta
The
get him in
FBA
there.
song. You know, we need a new copy of FBA because the old place owns all our material, so we can't play any of that. So you're safe finally.
All right.
FBA.
Song is
We got
officially
Lynch on a weak moment, and who wrote that song?
Jay.
It was Jay Moore, right?
And Mike DiNicola.
And Mike DiNicola wrote this
Scribbled
FBA
furiously.
full-blown AIDS song,
Yeah.
and Steven Lynch, I think it was all the beer that we were all drinking back then.
Yeah.
It's a little safe around here because we're doing morning radio, and
Right.
and we got Lynch.
Can't drink as much this early.
We got Lynch in a weak moment, and he sung the lyrics to this full-blown AIDS song, and it followed him for the next 5 years,
Yeah, it was a
pretty
curse,
much.
man. It was a curse.
And we did a road show, and
FBA.
the song got so popular, 2,000 people are singing along to the song.
Well, then I made the mistake in another moment of weak drunkenness to actually write my own second verse to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking retarded.
You got totally
I was like
roped
putting my
in.
stamp of approval.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
So maybe someday we'll get a new version of that.
Someday, yeah.
But everyone's requesting songs. I don't know where you want to go. I love all the Steven
What do
Lynch
you
songs.
guys want, man? I mean, you've heard
Well-
all these songs before. It's not much
Well, I
fun
loved
to-
Kill a Kitten. I love Altar Boy. Altar Boy's a little ditty that we like, especially
Sure.
You want that one?
Given the circumstances of us being here.
of our demise. Yeah. What do you want to play, Steven?
I can play that one.
People requesting the bowling song, too. A lot of it. I'm not kidding.
Very funny, motherfucker.
They are.
That last CD you put out, though?
To your clothes, motherfucker.
Dude, I turned on so many people to that last CD.
Oh, nice.
You
Thank
finally, got it right on the CD. I'm telling you, in
Yeah,
front of the
live
live
was
audience.
definitely the way to go.
What was the name of that CD? Because that one
Superhero.
is Superhero. That I'm telling you, if you see that CD in your record store, or if you see it on Kazaa,
Record store.
Kazaa is going away soon. Actually, they're starting to fight that down in Washington. But that CD is unbelievable. It really is.
Thank you, man.
All right, so play what you want, man.
I'll play
What are you
that
feeling
one.
today?
I'll play that one.
What, the bowling song?
No, not the bowling
Oh.
song.
Look at how upset Opie got. Not you gonna play the bowling song?
I learned my lesson for that one.
It's
I'll
actually-
play the priest song.
All right.
Deep in prayer, my cross to bear, I kneel upon the floor. Temptations of a Catholic priest aren't easy to ignore. But I cannot control myself, it rips my soul apart. For one small sheep among my flock has stole the shepherd's heart. Altar boy, confess your sins to me. You will find the grace of God inside my rectory. Sunday Mass or Bible class, I catch him in my view. So I close my eyes, but there he lies, spread eagle on the pew. Yeah, when I see him in that frock, my conscience goes awry. I'll give him some communion wine that's spiked with Spanish fly. Altar boy, is it gonna be heaven or hell? You can play my organ all night long if you promise never to tell. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I could dress him up like the Pope and then I'd, oh dear God, the shame. No, no, lead us not into temptation, deliver us from sin. We could pretend that he was Jesus Christ and I was Mary Magdalene. Altar boy, confess your sins to me. Yeah, you will find the grace of God inside my rectory. Yeah, altar boy, confess your sins to me. You will find the grace of God inside my
Oh, man, that never gets old. Steven Lynch on the Opie and Anthony Show. The DVD live at the El Rey. Nice. And he's playing Town Hall here in New York City Saturday. I got to go. I'll be there Saturday without a doubt, man.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm with Mitch Hedberg. I don't know if
Oh,
you know
really?
him.
You're
Yeah.
touring with Mitch these days?
Yeah, we're doing a tour.
So what's the deal? Is his leg falling off? What was that?
It seems to be fine. I mean, I've heard all the rumors, but I've seen none
The
of the
rumor was going around
craziness.
that he did so many. Was it? I'm just going with the rumors that he was doing so many drugs that he had gangrene and he was going to lose a limb.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I
He
haven't
looks
really
like
talked
everything's
to him.
okay
It's kind of
though.
a hard subject to broach with somebody that you're on tour with.
But
know?
you
Like,
are taking
hey,
a-
have a good set tonight.
How's
the fucking gangrene leg?
Break up. Well, you know, whatever. Just have
But
fun.
you are taking peeks. You are taking peeks and taking a look to see, right? You're trying to figure
well,
it out.
he's usually wearing pants when he's in my company, but
yeah,
I
but
haven't-
he's
no.
walking pretty good and stuff. That
Yeah,
was the
he
rumor.
seems to be
like-
fine. I don't know.
Dude, he's gonna lose the leg soon.
Ugh.
He's hilarious.
That's
I know that
morbid.
much.
Yeah, well, it's been going around on the internet. You know, and the internet's always.
Oh, I thought like a sickness. so lose your leg disease. It's been going around. I know 3 people.
You read it on the internet. It's got to
Got
be
it.
true. So, all right. Why don't we take a break, regroup a little bit, and we'll have more with Steven Lynch in just a bit here.
Hey everybody, it's Steven Lynch. You're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony. And also, I have herpes.
I know, bastard.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio, the best satellite radio company in the world.
XM
Satellite Radio.
Actually got to have 3 bites of my bagel during that long break.
Woof. This is the weird thing. We don't break for commercials anymore.
Yeah.
We go. Are your mics on? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we don't really break that much. We're supposed to break twice an hour, and we just talk for an hour and a half straight.
We used to be able to go out, play some foosball, mix some drinks up, smoke cigarettes, pot, whatever.
You remember when we started bringing in the bartender, right?
No, what?
Yeah, we were
Oh, you
rolling
must
a
have been on
bar in
tour.
on
I remember
Fridays.
the Jaeger machine.
The Jaeger
but
machine
not
was
the-
key.
That was the best.
Man, middle of the show, you race the Razor rollerboard scooter down to the office, pour out some icy cold Jaeger,
Right.
couple of shots, back to the studio for the beers.
Right, the fridge.
Lynch wants to ask for a beer so bad, but he thinks he's out of place. Like, whoa.
Just have one, man. Nobody cares. Drink.
Doesn't make any sense at what
But
time
we don't
it is
have.
in the morning.
They didn't get the refrigerator set up in the office yet. They're still building our office, so. you
Are
know.
they building it, or has anything been done?
No, nothing has been done.
Nothing.
As far as the office goes?
No.
No. So.
Did
you know.
did work stop on the vestibule area for our security thing?
Yeah, I think there's a work stoppage going on.
Because I saw the walls went up, the
sheetrock's up, but that's it.
I notice when we start talking bad about things, like the work slows down.
The work slows down? Yeah, gee.
Are we dealing with unions over here or what?
We got work stoppage.
I think we have a work stoppage.
You keep bitching, things ain't going to get done.
Yeah, we talked bad a couple days ago. We love being here, but there's growing pains, and we're figuring it all out.
You want the room? I got a room for you. It's a 55-gallon drum buried in Queens. You like that, huh?
Hold on. This guy has a problem with our channel 202. It's Tom in Brooklyn. What's up, Tom?
Hey.
Hey.
All right, guys. Welcome back, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, I've been calling up XM complaining, right? Every time you go north of 96th in the city,
right?
The station waffles, right? Who the hell is, I mean, you turn to any other channel and it works right. And you get, I got this for you because of you guys.
So
right?
so you go past 96th Street in Manhattan and our channel fades out? That's the Schwoogie filter.
Yes.
You are.
You do know you're the only person to have noticed that so far, because nobody above 96th Street wants to listen to this program.
Right.
I'm sure.
You're dealing with a Schwoogie filter.
Maybe you don't.
And in the Bronx, I build houses up here, and I can't get you guys.
Tom, maybe you can't hear it because the second you get up there, the unit gets stolen from your car.
All right. He's having a problem listening to us in Harlem, Anthony.
Oh.
Yeah, we've talked.
There's a renaissance going on up there, though. It's all nice from what I hear.
It actually is. I took a walk up there with Earl. Cause,
a lot of money being poured into that area.
Because I'm obsessed with the black culture. I
yes,
really
you are.
am. That's why
you and Earl went up there?
That's why I like the new black song that Lynch does.
Oh,
the new colored tune that he's
Jeez.
he debuted on our show.
This is my new colored tune.
Right.
I think the residents in Harlem are very happy, too. They really like to see all these nice places going up and some middle-class white people moving in. It really makes them feel good.
Yeah.
There go the neighborhood.
So, I don't know if we even have beer here for you.
Isn't that a shame? Remember all the beer we used to have, too? We had refrigerators in our office that we got to put food in. They got filled up with beer. So we had to get another refrigerator, and this one was like, okay, look, those are the beer fridges. We need one for food.
And then we put a big sign on the fridge, food
and beer.
And then beer. And we made it very simple.
Within a week, it was a week. Food fridge full of beer. Because the beer fridge was full of beer. And then they rolled in a cooler for some kind of, like a Snapple-type beverage. They had a full size, like you walk into a deli and you get these huge coolers, and it was for this beverage.
It was probably Snapple or Sobe, one of those.
Sobe, I think.
Sobe,
it was Sobe.
Full of beer.
Yeah.
After a while, and that was the good one because it was closer to the studio. We didn't have to walk as far for our beer.
Know what happened? We all became alcoholics because all the beer companies were competing against each other for our attention. So all of a sudden the Budweiser pallet would be wheeled into our office, and then, Sam Adams didn't want to be.
Cases upon
Sam Adams
cases.
would come in with their beer.
Yeah. And then Bacardi would come in and with Bacardi girls and mix drinks for us.
Yeah.
We were snotted.
We really were snotted.
I was drinking.
How do we make that happen?
And no one had
What do I personally have to do to make that happen?
No one had the balls to tell us no. That was the funny part about it.
Dude, I was drinking every day in there. Every day. Before the show, drinking beer in the office.
Yeah.
During the show, there was always a bottle of Sam or Bud or something. Hammered every day. After the show, we'd get done, go into the office, I'd start playing video games and just drinking beer. It was crazy.
How many beers did you drink during our show? Seriously.
During the show, like as the show was on, or
How
before,
about,
after the whole day?
Well, we had
per day.
How about the pre-show? All right, we were on the air at 3, so let's say from 2 p.m. and then
2 beers before the show,
and then the post game. So
two beers before the show.
2 beers before the show.
Right.
During
the show,
dude,
probably 8.
I was going to say at least 6. Okay.
Probably no, it was more than 6.
All right,
it was
8
about
beers.
8 beers during the show.
Now we're up to 10 beers as we're trying to be responsible broadcasters. Now I understand why our judgment was a little foggy on that day. On August 15th,
Should have had a
2002.
breathalyzer.
It's every weekday.
Yeah. And after the show was probably
another 2.
More
after the show because we used to hang out for a while, watch The Simpsons, and play video games.
It was like doing a radio show with William Holden. You were nonstop with the booze.
Just drinking like a maniac.
But I've known Anthony for a long time. You cannot tell when he's buzzed. That's the strangest thing about
it.
No,
I'm one of those guys. I could be really drunk, and I've been pulled over, hammered off my ass, and just talked to the cop, and he didn't even have an inkling that I had been drinking.
Well, maybe it's because of all the stuff that the NYPD gives you to make you look like you're a detective.
Yeah. I used to get some good stuff.
You know,
I was the only one. Remember listen to me. Remember 9/11? remember that time the buildings fell?
Remember that day?
Remember that? Well, after 9/11, Lower Manhattan shut down. You're done. You ain't coming through here. We had to drive all the way up to like the Williamsburg or something. It was crazy.
Something crazy.
The Queensboro Bridge or the Midtown Tunnel to get into Manhattan. The cops gave me these window placards where I was the only one in a civilian vehicle driving through the Battery Tunnel from Brooklyn into
most
Lower
people
Manhattan.
get the cute PBA cards and they show their friends like, look, I'm going to get out of everything now.
I had stuff, window placards, cards, things where even the tunnel guys, I'd be going through and they'd look like to stop me and then, wave me on. Right. Wave, and I'm being waved through with big trucks, cop vehicles, ambulance. I come popping out of the other side of the Battery Tunnels, just wreckage, and I'm driving through it. I got to get to work. I got to get to my beer.
So we're slowly putting the old show back together.
Right.
Well,
slowly.
I shan't be drinking that much.
No.
Can't drink in the morning.
No, we got to be responsible.
Can't drink in the morning.
Can't, Anthony?
It totally... It takes the edge off the heroin, and, I'm trying to work on that now.
We're going to figure out what we can put in our coffee.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah,
Coffee
some
with a
type of
shot.
drug... Because alcohol is great in, anytime afternoon.
Right.
But, I don't know, for morning, you really need some kind of drug. What's a good morning drug?
Bumps in the bathroom.
Vicodin?
A few bumps in the
I don't want to do, blow or anything that's going to bring me up.
Crank was
I need
a nice
something
one
that's
for
gonna
mornings.
Feel like booze.
This isn't...
No, because that's like you're all up, you're grinding your teeth. I need something that's like booze, but it's a drug, so it's cool to do in the morning.
All right, well,
Vicodin?
Ecstasy? Pop a tab.
I need you to. Could you take some glow sticks and wave them in front of my face?
Lock on the guy from Frank's place.
My shoulders this morning.
Spray me down with water.
Locked out of the Oompa Loompa, fucking his ear.
Oxycontin.
Some Oxycontin? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Try some Oxycontin. Speaking of 9/11, holy ass, what's going on with these commemorative coins?
Remember 9/11?
That was hilarious.
Right when I saw the commercials, I don't think there's an American alive that was watching TV, sees the commercial for these commemorative coins. Remember 9/11? I don't think there's an American alive that watched that and went, oh, yeah, that's a great product.
Right.
Boy, thank God someone's exploiting this and putting out a piece of shit coin that's a silver-plated. If you took the silver content off of that, you couldn't fill a mouse tooth with it. And they're making it sound like it's real silver. And emblazoned on the front are the towers that we lost on September 11th. On the backside is the new Freedom Tower rising like a phoenix in its place. And the money coming out of your pocket and going into our accounts as we exploit this.
Yeah.
That company, I actually called them when I saw that commercial. I've never done that before, and left a vile, awful message on the machine.
I'm sure they're just laughing at it.
Well,
like they care. Ooh, we better stop selling this.
Yeah, if they think...
So this man sounds a little aggravated with us.
Who approved this, and who's getting the money?
Whatever the company's name was, they list it.
It's a company, I believe, in Wyoming, and they got these coins printed on some South Pacific island.
But I saw one commercial that they're claiming some of this metal came from the actual site.
Right. They're saying that the silver was in a vault that was in the tower, and they dug it out, got the silver, melted it down, and made these coins.
It's probably technically true, like when Kiss did the comic book in '77, their blood went into the ink. They probably, you take a little bit, you melt it in.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, they poured the vials of their blood into the ink.
That's
but
true.
So technically it was in there.
Kiss is so cool.
This is also the same company, by the way, that came out with the Andrea Yates commemorative bathtub rubber duckies.
Jesus. Dude, the New York Times reporter's right next to you. I'm sorry. We're trying to look clever here. This is our clever break.
That was a great reference. No one talks about Andrea Yates.
Trust me, it was brilliant. Yes, Spitzer's on the case, and this guy's usually an ass, but...
Elliot Spitzer, he's looking out for you.
He really is this time around.
Shame, shame, shame on you.
It is a shameless attempt to profit from a national tragedy, obviously. So.
Yeah, so they have these things printed up on some South Pacific island, and the commercial is so misleading. But if you have half a brain, you can kind of figure it out for yourself. They were saying legal tender And it says, "In God We Trust," and $1 on it. But it's not a legal dollar. So saying legal tender isn't legal. It's printed on some South Pacific island, so it says sanctioned by the government. They don't say the government. So they don't say what government, making it sound like it's sanctioned by the United States, which it's not. They say 100 mil of pure silver. It's like
it's
1/100th of a millimeter of silver plated over brass or bronze, not even brass. So you're getting nothing for $39. A $1 coin for $39.
And I'm sure most of the people watching the commercials are assuming this is going for a good cause.
Yeah.
You know,
it's going for their cause.
It's just going
money in their pockets.
It's going to this company.
They don't. Right?
I think no, it's not even advertised that it's going for a good cause. But I think the feel of the commercial, it almost
makes
feels
you think,
like they're going to be giving this away.
I get to do my part. I'm doing a good thing.
It is. They say something like, "Do your part as an American and buy these." You know.
It just feels dirty, though. How dumb are people?
Pretty dumb
to not know that they're not going to make a coin with towers and a freedom tower. It's just how stupid.
People
is the
are
public?
stupid.
Dude, I got in a huge fight down at Ground Zero. I actually tipped over one of those card tables because...
wow, the destruction you wrought down there.
Oh, I heard you kicked the chair once,
too.
Well,
table? How'd they clean that up down there? I tipped over a table.
Jesus. And the police got involved and stuff, but they saw what I was doing, and they let me be. I got so pissed off. I skated down to Ground Zero, and I'm checking out the scene, right? And they were still... I don't know if they're still doing it. I haven't been down there in a while, but they were still selling the pictures of the towers on fire.
Oh, there was some ragheads and stuff selling these. I mean, what a suicidal piece of shit. These guys were selling pictures of the towers on fire.
Completely on fire.
Big 8x10 photos here in the city on fire. You know, would you like to buy... What? How are you alive? And you look at this guy like, how is he still alive?
And I had a moment. I got in a fight with the guy, and he didn't even speak English, but he's kind of getting in my face, like, you know.
Go figure that in New York City.
It's like he's pretty much like, tough shit. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
That's the feeling I got by how he was like reacted to it. And it was those cheap little card tables. He had all his displays. I just went for it. Knocked the whole thing.
Tipped it over?
Wow. Not just tipped it over. I just completely destroyed the display.
I'm just picturing you all pissed off. Get into a fight, slam the table, and then you skate away on your little
slow motion like a video, tipping the table
really,
over.
Like Jake angrily on skates.
I didn't skate away.
How do you leave angrily on skates? You're right. How do you leave? Yeah.
I showed him, right.
I showed him. It's like hopping on a pogo stick and pogoing away. Yeah, asshole.
Who did this to you? That guy pirouetting over there.
Don't make me come back here. Boing, 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 boing. Cling, cling with the bell. Cling, 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 cling. Yeah, I'm coming back for you. Out of my way.
Wow. I figured I'd share. But,
tough guy.
I did my part.
Oh, God.
Showed him as he rollerblades away.
You're lucky I'm wearing woman's footwear.
Puts both arms behind his back, leans forward, and skates away. Whoosh, whoosh. Speed skating fashion.
I showed him.
Oh, boy.
Boy, did I show him. We got more info on the coins. Tad from San Francisco. Hey, Tad.
Hey, I actually did some research on the internet when I first saw these commercials. As you can tell, I stay up pretty late listening to the show and stuff like that. So I'm always watching TV, and they started these commercials right about the anniversary of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like the 12th or something. I saw that and I just flipped out. But I did some research on it. They're minted by the North Marianas Islands, which is actually part of the United States. It's a commonwealth that we're in charge of.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure it's just like, Nebraska.
Yeah. I'm sure they're one of the countries that sent help in Iraq. There's 4 of them.
The Coalition of the Willing?
Yeah.
The U.S. Mint put out a thing that said
Easter Island sent like 5 heads to Iraq as a Coalition of the Willing. 5 of those big Easter Island heads, so they're part of the coalition, which is nice. Yes, sorry, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Canary Island sent 3 canaries. They just talk all day.
Go ahead. Come on, Tad.
Yes,
let's
sir.
go.
Sorry, I keep interrupting Tad, but I would
Hey,
like to throw some entertainment on this program. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Tad, make your point.
Well, the thing is that they're now saying they actually stole this. They keep saying it's recovered silver.
Yeah.
But it was stolen from some bank vault. I guess they sent people in there in the middle of the night or something to sneak in and steal this silver that actually belongs to some bank here in well, not here, but there in New York.
This numismatic
what?
humor.
I don't even think the silver came from Ground Zero. How do they prove that? You know?
I know. How do you prove that one?
It's just
You
like,
don't.
It's just like when we all got a piece of the Berlin Wall when that came down. How do we know that? I have a piece at home. How do I know that my little piece was actually from
Yeah,
the
I got
Berlin
a piece
Wall?
of the Berlin Wall. It's a piece of chipped cement off the divider on the FDR. That's what it is. Hey, look at that. Freedom. Great.
But it gives you that little paper to prove that it came from the Berlin Wall.
And it's got to be true.
Authenticity.
Authenticity. Thank you, Jim.
Certificate of authenticity. That's what they give, too, is a certificate of authenticity. For what? That it's a coin?
Yeah.
That it's round? That it weighs something and you can roll it?
That the metal came from Ground Zero or close to Ground Zero?
No, they're not fessing up
Well, if
to
it was
anything.
stolen, I'm sure Fat Liz Taylor has a few copies. God almighty, this greedy bitch.
She owns a painting that supposedly is an old Nazi booty stolen from where? From the Jews? Were they stealing from anyone else? From the French? The French just gave it to them.
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to be somebody saying, hey, that's my painting. It's my family's painting. It was stolen. And Liz Taylor just ain't fessing up.
No.
She wants it.
She just rolls it up and puts it under that awful wig and walks around.
You are a disgusting fat body, Liz Taylor.
All right. Why don't
Give me my painting.
Why don't we get another song from Steven Lynch?
All righty.
He is in here. He's got his guitar. He came prepared. Jaime set up the whole studio for music today. Steven Lynch has a DVD out called Live at the El Rey, and he's playing Town Hall here in New York City on Saturday. It's a sold-out show, I believe. You want to promote any other dates? Are they on your website?
Yeah, L.A. next week.
Nice.
L.A. is at the Wiltern on the 21st, and then Vegas on the 22nd.
What place in Vegas?
Back at the House of Blues.
Hey, ever hear the George Carlin House of Blues bit?
I have.
Maybe we should play that, Opie.
I'd love to hear that.
You obviously just got your XM satellite radio hooked up.
No,
Jesus Christ,
I know
been playing
what you're
8,000 times on this show.
Yeah, we used
No
to...
more Carlin.
We used to love George Carlin. We now hate him.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm at the point now, if I see him, I'll punch George Carlin in the face, and he'll have no clue why.
Yeah. Stop talking, George. What? I didn't say
What?
Okay.
You punch him numerous times, he goes, shit, oh, piss, oh, fuck, cunt, oh, cocksucker, motherfucker.
There you go. No reason to do 6.
Nothing.
All right, so what do we want to play today?
I don't know. What are you getting requests, or you just want me to do something?
Something that you can't play on commercial radio?
Ooh, very good. What do you want to hear, Anthony? There's Kill a Kitten, there's the Gerbil song, there's...
the Gerbil song. Richard Gere has a movie out.
Down to the Old Pub Instead could be kind of cool because we got a brand new wiffle ball bat, Steven Lynch, and it still hasn't been broken in because a girl came in here, I don't know, Monday, and she was ready to do the wiffle ball bat challenge, but her friend arrived.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her friend arrived. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday we actually had a girl with self-esteem, which was irritating.
Yeah, we had...
What?
Yeah,
Who has self-esteem?
I'm not putting that in me.
Yeah, yesterday we had an escort with
an escort with self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
Yeah.
Only on our show. You know that by now. We have the worst luck.
Yeah, you
Jimmy,
do.
don't defend her.
I
She
have
didn't
to.
like you
She
as a
did
person.
like me.
She didn't like
She
you.
thought I was cute and in shape.
Yeah.
She didn't like you.
did.
It's like a girl with self-esteem came in. She's all, goddamn, come on.
She liked my appendix scar. She thought it adds character.
Hold on. Before 10 o'clock, we got to get the review of the girl that Norton was with last night.
Yes.
Norton had a dating experience last night.
I heard a little bit of that
It
on
was
my way over here.
fantastic.
Yeah, so we got to get her review of the whole
That's
night.
her.
Oh, wow.
Free of charge.
Oh, that always
Oh,
works.
let me see in the
Really?
magazine.
Yeah, that always works on radio.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm kidding.
I was showing a picture of her to tell you.
All right, let's get a song from Steven Lynch. Whatever you're feeling, Steven. I love all your songs.
I don't know. I mean, I
Kill a
don't know
Kitten's
whether to do the
good,
old
Gerbil.
stuff or the new stuff.
What really, really upsets people and aggravates them?
Kill a Kitten.
Play that one.
All right.
That's a great
Yeah.
classic.
It's a classic.
When the game of life makes you feel like quitting, it helps a lot if you kill a kitten. Mark my words, 'cause from where I'm sitting, you can't go wrong if you kill a kitten.
Tell me it's haunting, Anthony.
Haunting. Haunting ballad.
Just like the old times.
There's no crime that you'll be committing. I know the law, you can kill a kitten. And if you need yarn for that scarf you're knitting, you'll get plenty when you kill a kitten. Feed it turpentine or break its spine. Crush it with your shoe as long as you kill a kitten. Kill a kitten. Alright, listen up. If the one you love isn't quite as smitten, she'll like you better when you kill a kitten. And I'll quote the Bible, 'cause that's where it's written. If ye loveth Jesus, ye must kill a kitten.
It's in the Bible, too, I swear to God.
Flush him down the can, hit him with your van, drown him in a lake, bake a kitty cake, throw him at a train, make him snort the cocaine, stick some TNT up his cat booty. Do what you must do as long as you kill a kitten. Kill a kitten. Killing kittens isn't easy, and if the thought makes you feel queasy, grab a pitchfork from the shed and kill a puppy dog instead. Woo! Kill a kitten, you got to kill a kitten, a little furry kitten, you gotta kill that kitten. Well, kill a little motherfucker, that's the motherfucker, kill a little fucker, yeah, that's the motherfucker. 8675309. 8675309.
Let's hear it for Steven Lynch. You're still holding back a little bit, though, I noticed. He's not used to the satellite radio. You didn't commit to the motherfucker.
Now,
you did not commit to the motherfucker during that song.
I'm not used to
He'll be on another radio show doing it, just cursing like crazy.
Whoa, wait,
Whoa,
what
I
happened?
forgot.
Hey, what?
Wow. You can't say that.
That's awesome. Let's say hi to Adam from Jägermeister. Adam!
Oh.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, good.
Tell us what we want to hear today. Come on.
A Jägermeister tap machine is on its way to you.
Oh, nice.
All is right with the world.
Nice, icy cold Jaeger.
You work for Jägermeister?
Yep, I do all the Jägermeister sponsorships.
All right.
And we're out here on the West Coast getting ready for the Jägermeister tour. And we were going to come by and offer you guys some tickets to the Jaeger tour.
It's 9:35 now.
Right.
How soon?
Yeah, when can it be here?
Yeah.
Not in a few minutes, but it's definitely on its way.
All right. We're going to put you on hold, and Ben's going to talk to you.
Tears of joy streaming down big Steve's face.
Yeah, he
Steve's
really is
face.
going through DTs right now.
Yeah.
Joe from Brooklyn, what's
Gonna
up?
want it hooked up in that little room over there, right
Yeah.
by him.
On an IV.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, what's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Real fast. Come on.
Oh, I said, Opie's the only guy I know who can kick ass underwater and on rollerblades.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you line up Opie's footwear when he's in fights, it would look pretty silly. You'd see like flippers and rollerblades, clown shoes.
I don't have time to tell that story again today.
Moon boots.
I did get I did get in a fight underwater, 60 feet underwater, with a Frenchman. That is as true as it gets, though.
Yeah, right out of a scene from Sea Hunt. With a knife in his teeth.
It really was. All right. I think we do another song, actually. And then we'll take a break and play What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Like a music show today.
Well, I don't know. You know, Steven's a big star now. He hits the road, and we might not see him for another 2 or 3 months. You never know. Or we might see him tomorrow.
The Jaeger machine.
Dude, if you want to come back tomorrow, by all means, with Tyke, do a couple duets tomorrow with Tyke.
Maybe I will.
You should, man.
That sounds pretty good.
I want to hear F Your Sister, but you can't do it by yourself. Only one break left?
Not really.
Oh, we could just go to the end? We haven't even... we didn't do any breaks today.
Yeah, we did a couple.
Did we?
Yeah. We just did one.
Did we? Okay.
Got amnesia.
I'm getting a little tired here. All right, now what?
What are you looking at me for?
A song.
Yeah, what do you want to hear, Anthony?
Let me think. No. I'm really good under pressure. Look at me go.
That's all right. Take your time. No need to rush.
It's only a live radio show.
Yeah, okay, a little dead air.
We could do audience participation and do Superhero in honor of Christopher Reeves. That song could take 20 minutes now.
Yeah, it does take.
No, we'll do that another day. What happened? How about something a little slower? Down to the Old Pub Instead is kind of nice.
That is a nice song.
Or
I gotta be honest with you.
I thought you
don't
meant
know that
slower.
I'm prepared to sing that song.
Okay.
I haven't done it in so long. I don't think I'd.
It's a nice
I don't have my
medley.
little whistle for the musical interlude
that's
either.
right, that's right,
In the
okay.
middle. I thought you meant by a little slower, something like Special Ed.
Ooh.
Like slow like that.
Yeah, that's an oldie. That's a goodie.
It's a nice number if you want to do that one.
It's a nice ditty. It's
Do you still
offensive.
do you still do Special Olympics?
Sometimes, if the occasion calls. I'll do this one.
When I was a boy of 10, I had a very special friend. Ed was kind with good intent, but just a little different. Oh, special Ed. His mama dropped him on his head. Now he's not so bright instead. He's a little bit special, just a little bit special. We'd play tag and he'd get hurt. I'd play soldier, he'd eat dirt. I like math and the spelling bee. Ed liked talking to a tree. Oh, special Ed. His mama dropped him on his head. Now she keeps him in the shed, 'cause he's a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I ran track, hung out in malls. Ed ran headfirst into walls. I had girly girls and lots of clothes. Ed had names for all his toes, like Larry and Terry and Jerry and Barry and Ronnie and Bobby and Ricky and Mike. And if I love a girl, who cares who you like? It special Ed. His mama dropped him on his head. Now he thinks he's a piece of bread, 'cause he's a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I thought college life was great. Ed could count from 1 to 2. I like people and the party scene. Ed was scared of the vacuum cleaner. Special Ed. His mama dropped him on his head. Now his favorite color is the radio, 'cause he's a little bit better. One day talking to Special Ed, he grabbed a brick and he swung at my head. And as he laughed at me, that's when I knew that Special Ed just made me special too. Ha! My shoes hurt. Now I laugh as I count bugs. I give strangers great big hugs. Next to me, it is fine. Yeah, he's a fucking Einstein. Oh, Special Ed and me. Now we're not right in the head, you see. Now we're not so bright. Instead, we're a little bit special. Just a little bit special. That fucker had made me special. Just a little bit. Just a little bit special. Stop laughing at me! Stop laughing at me! You stop laughing at me! And not bite Stop laughing at me!
Holy That's a clip I've never heard before.
What's her name?
Was that Julianne Lewis?
Yeah. Why did you spend everyone loving me? I'm sorry. I don't think everybody laughed.
Oh, and Giovanni Ribisi.
Giovanni Ribisi, who plays the retarded character in every movie he's in. Let's play Name the Retard.
I don't want to ever see you again.
Yeah, Steven. You're pissed off.
Sorry, Opie.
You're pissed off a lot of our listeners.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
With that song.
What was I thinking? Ma'am, I apologize.
Best movie ever.
Oh, the other sister. That one's great.
Oh, man.
I like the other one where Giovanni Ribisi plays the retarded soldier. What the hell movie is that? Oh, Saving Private Ryan?
Wow.
Or the other one where he plays the retarded stock trader? Boiler Room?
Boiler
Yeah,
Room?
that was a good one, too.
He does play the same role.
Same retard. I'm a soldier. I'm a medic. You were shot, I will help you.
I'm sorry. I don't think everybody laughed.
All right. Jesus.
So I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to see you either.
I got poopy.
All right.
Hey, Brendan, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas?
Hey.
Jesus Christ. You remember Columbine whenever they said, how did those two guys meet? That's
Yes.
like you guys. I don't know how the hell they got four of the most offensive people in the world together in the same room, but God bless you guys. You guys are excellent.
Oh, all right.
Thank you,
buddy.
mister.
See ya.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM202.
Hi, Brian Kilmeade, sports guy, also co-host of Fox and Friends in the Morning on, you guessed it, the Fox News Channel. You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Get the kids out of the car. Stop them. Leave them on the side of the road. They'll be fine. Listen to these guys.
There are a lot of good signs we have around the office. People send in some really funny ones.
Oh, people send in. Send
Ben,
them in.
that's a lot. We got a great sign. Some listener sent in. It's hilarious. It says Opie Anthony XM,
Right.
and above it in big yellow letters it says shit dick.
Yes. Because people listen to the program, they hear us, they hear us talk about things. They heard us play that song, Shit Dick, and then they send in signs.
That was a fine song on the Panzerfaust record label, Shit Dick. It was a
little song from Panzerfaust Records, Shit Dick.
1992.
Who wrote Shit Dick?
Now we got to play the song for all the new listeners.
Ed Norton.
Mrs. Manicotti walks in. Oh, Judas P. Shit Dick.
Little song, Panzerfaust Records, Shit Dick. Oh, Mr. Cramden.
Oh, we're popping it in there. There we are. It's a fine number.
Of course it is.
Shit Dick.
Well,
We got some gossip, but we should play this song for all the new listeners out there.
Can you get that shirt out of the way there, Hawk? There we go. So you can see shit dick when you're in the studio.
Oh, we're putting the signs back where they were?
They should be up there.
Oh, that's where it was? It was taken down. We'll explain in a
Why
second.
would anyone take down?
We'll explain in a second,
Okay.
but for the new listeners, a lot of people, just getting their XM satellite radios for Christmas, they don't know what this song's about, but so we should just play it.
You're
and
right,
then,
Opie.
and then the sign was made, and then it caused a stir at the office after we left the air yesterday. So first, the song.
We hate all shit. Andy Warhol, shit. Mick Jagger, shit. Michael Jackson, shit. Jeffrey Dahmer, cannibal, shit. We hate shit. But slamming shit. Boy George, shit. Freddie Mercury, shit. David Bowie, shit. Rob Halford, Judas Priest, shit. Rock Hudson, Liberace, Dim Neighbors, Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, Fizz Foxy Chicken, Truman Capote, shit. Richard Simmons, shit. Rod Stewart, shit. Richard Gere, Bud Turbulent, shit. We ate the funky chicken. Jesus. Funky chicken. You're sick.
There you have it, the song that started it all, Anthony, right?
Yeah, this was sent in by Panzerfaust Records, and it's an assortment of really bad racist and homophobic music. And, we listen to these things, people send them in, we listen to anything, and they're offensive. I'll fess up to that. Very offensive, but there's something about these Panzerfaust ones that are just catchy in a dopey way.
Makes you chuckle a little bit.
And you find yourself at home going, yeah, shit dick. You'll be singing that one.
Jim Norton.
Shit dick.
I don't like that version.
Under the porch, shit dick.
I don't know. That's not the lyrics.
Viagra
He's
taken.
straight. Shit dick.
People act serious.
Shit dick.
So then our listeners started making signs.
Yeah.
And one of them is the shit dick sign that is displayed over the window.
And some people don't like it, Opie.
What?
Some people got a little annoyed from what I hear.
And basically, Anthony and I, when 10 o'clock comes, we just leave.
I flee the studio.
We're pretty much calling it in these days. We've done 10 years of radio together. We just call it in. I mean, let's be honest with each other.
Call it in.
We are here about 5:15, so we'll show prep 45 minutes a day, tops. 10 o'clock comes, we can't be bothered. We go right home, right?
Get me out of here.
But our fine staff stays sometimes till like 5 in the afternoon, right?
Wow.
All day, Anthony.
That's
all day
crazy.
to make us look good because we really don't care at this point.
They stay till my bedtime.
Right.
5 o'clock.
Are you,
fucking schedule.
Are you guys insane? Time management.
All right. Yeah, that's good.
All right, so they're working their asses off yesterday, and what happened? I guess Eric
was the first one, or Ben, that heard the commotion?
Hold on,
was a
hold on, Ben.
commotion.
Hold on.
It's Ben.
Oh.
There you go.
Hurricane Ben.
Look at him herky jerk to this song.
It's Ben.
Have a herky jerky.
Yeah, no, I heard the door. I was in the office. I heard the door slam. It sounded. These doors are
What
really
door?
heavy.
The studio doors? Yeah, they weigh about 500 pounds
Yeah.
each.
These are soundproof, heavy doors. I just heard. So I couldn't believe how loud it was. And
By the way, it's impossible to slam that door. Try it. Someone tried to slam this
Uh-oh.
door.
Hope wants that
You
door
had to
slammed.
be so pissed to actually slam.
It was way louder than that.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard it all the way across the hall. It was loud. Someone was pissed.
Someone was pissed, and that's all you heard.
I was on the computer. I wasn't really. But I then heard.
You were trying to get the latest gossip.
Yeah,
of course you are.
What happened? A door slamming in Boston.
So then Eric actually knows what happened, right?
So later on, one of the guys here at XM was doing an interview using our studio.
Well, now why was he doing that?
I guess he got permission.
He got permission to use the Opie and Anthony studio.
It says the Opie and Anthony studio, basically. This huge sign says Opie and Anthony.
Now, there's 2 studios in here. There's the Opie and Anthony studio.
Which is really huge and
palatial.
Roomy.
And quite luxurious, Anthony.
You could really stretch
Look,
out
we
and
could
give a
all
big
just...
yawn, right, Ben?
Ah, look at us. Everyone can stretch at the same time. Look.
Big through the hips, roomy.
Roomy.
Very roomy.
If this was a woman, it would be a size 14.
Right.
A big fat studio.
This is a large spice.
And then there's the other studio.
Then there's the other closet.
Where
that
all
they
the
use for
people
Frank's place.
that used to use this big, huge studio.
Oh, look at the size. Giant.
They were kind of displaced, and they were given that little thing over there.
They turned someone's office, which wasn't even really an office.
No,
it was a desk and a phone.
It was a half office.
Yeah, into a studio where they fit a console, monitors, TV, everything you would need for a studio in a closet.
Right.
And that is what everyone else uses.
Right.
Because I believe people knew there would be some type of conflict if some of the people that worked here previously to us being here started using our studio because we like it in a certain way. And that certain way is hanging up some of our trophies of conquests in our pictures that we hang on the walls.
Some of the new girls that have been on the show.
Some of our videos and DVDs that we get from friends of the show.
He spilt the chips.
Oh, my God, the poker chips are falling out. What, are you going to heave those at somebody?
No.
Yeah, then we have the famous poker chips, Anthony, that could be thrown at a guest at any
Not
given
very
time.
offensive, but then you look up top and there's various lubricants on the shelves.
Well, you got the Century Sex video and the wiffle ball bat that's been used a few times, and sure, all the KY and lubricants, and then the montage of girls that have been naked on the show,
and the signs.
And the signs, right.
The signs.
Well, let's go from right to left. You got Donkey Sausage, Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
Lil Connor, Opie and Anthony.
Lil
Then you got
Connor.
Where's Chester?
Where's Chester?
Opie and Anthony, XM. I mean, if you want to add to the signs, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
And then this one over here that caused all the problems.
Shit dick.
In our studio.
Now, what this sign is meant for...
This is like coming into our house when you enter that door over there.
What that sign is meant for is for assault on the media. That's
Eventually.
like our atomic bomb.
Yeah, that's like phase 3.
Yeah.
When it gets boring. You know, eventually it'll get boring just to see our names in WoW and XM
And
on
when we
TV.
want to ruin it.
And then we'll start really up in the ante, yes.
Because if you're sitting there watching the news and all of a sudden you see shit dick pop up, man, that is such a treat. I guarantee if you're at home watching and you see shit dick pop up, shit dick Opie and Anthony, you will laugh so hard you will have to go to the bathroom.
You might hemorrhage.
Yeah, it's one of those things because you see it on TV and it's shocking. Shock. It's shocking. So you see it, and that's what the sign is for.
Right.
But you know, people that don't know the backstory might see that and think, you know, we're hateful.
But this is our playhouse.
This is our playhouse. We have stuff in here.
Right, and we don't.
And if someone wants to come in and use our studio because it's roomy and big enough to have guests in, it's not our problem if they're offended by some of the stuff that goes on in here.
Well, who was using the studio?
The people from the Broadway channel.
The Broadway channel. The Broadway channel. On Broadway. Nice.
The people, Eric, or is it... How many people?
The gentleman who runs the Broadway.
Oh, gentleman.
And he's not used to shit dick?
Well, we don't know.
We really don't know, Rich.
We don't know.
I don't think
Please,
he...
Broadway, please, how about Nathan Lane's shit dick?
All right, Rich. Let's relax, okay?
I can't imagine why somebody from a Broadway who runs a Broadway channel would be offended by shit dick.
I don't either.
I cannot imagine why.
I don't know.
All right, so what happened?
So they come in, they set up.
Now, who were they interviewing?
I don't know who the lady is, but she had to be pushing 50, so she's well established in Broadway.
Yeah.
I hear she's a very famous Broadway actress.
Oh, really?
If you're in the Broadway circle, you would know who she
Right,
was.
if you're not, you could care less about this aging
no
meatbag.
idea. Exactly.
So they come in.
What was her name? Mario Cantone?
Mario Cantone! Oh.
Shitting!
You need to say this, Cartman.
Shitting.
Mario Cantone. I can't do the impression, obviously.
So anyway, they come in and they're setting up, and the engineer that they're using makes sure that our settings are fine. They redo it so they can do their interview. They do the interview.
Yeah.
About 25 minutes. Interview goes by. All done. The actress gets up with her publicist and leaves. The Broadway guy's here, and somebody who's, I think he might be the head of the New York Theaters Guild.
Mr. Faversham? Putting on the Lodge show, I believe.
The Broadway guy is sitting where Rich is, and the New York Theater Guild guy is sitting right here on the lesbian couch.
Oh, boy.
And
If only he knew.
They're talking with the person
Closest it'll get to vagina.
They're talking with the person who was engineering the show. And I see the Broadway guy's face just getting all mad.
Uh-oh.
So we're in the producer's studio doing some work, so we turn it on, pot it up so we can hear what's going on.
Oh,
Right? I wish you taped it. We tried to, but they would have known we were taping it. We tried to. We really did.
Wow.
He's all upset, starts complaining to the engineer, saying, you know, doesn't XM have some kind of line of decency that this stuff isn't appropriate in the
They
workplace?
hired us. No, they don't.
In the workplace.
In the workplace.
In the
It's like,
workplace.
This isn't a workplace.
And
We get to
while
just screw off. That's our jobs. This isn't work.
This isn't an office that you go to work in.
Stop confusing radio with a workplace.
Well, it is. No, that's the people that do confuse it. Only get to a certain level and wonder why nobody knows their name or cares
Right.
about them. That's why, stupid.
Believe it or not, this is a place like an artist's studio. It's not an office. This is where you come in and create.
We're artists.
And make things unfettered by stupid office regulations like you want to smear all over the place.
Anyone that says workplace, my opinion is that's the type of jizz bucket that will throw that word around to scare the boss. I don't like that type of harassment in the workplace.
Workplace. Because it instantly conjures up the harassment things and people getting in trouble.
I can't wait to get rid of those cubicles.
Yeah.
Can't happen soon enough.
Out in Z.
When is the bulldozer coming in?
We should have a party. Just get a sledgehammer.
Because it does look like a workplace. Because all these
these offices,
all these
cubicles.
bores that have been hanging out in this office for the last few years have made it into a boring
They
workplace
try
atmosphere.
to be individuals by hanging little things up in the
little
cubicle, but it's still a cubicle.
Placards.
Oh,
So what happened,
need a
Eric?
tsunami to sweep through here and just wash it out a window.
So like I said, I see the guy getting mad, so we pot it up and we're listening, and he's talking about, doesn't XM have some kind of line of decency that everyone has to follow, in the workplace? And while he's saying that, he leans over, and that sign was on the floor at the time.
The shit dick sign.
Picks up the shit dick sign, and he starts waving it in his left hand, right? And he's like,
Would have been
I mean,
great.
look at this. Shit dick.
You know
And
what he should have
says in a
done?
deep
Grabbed
voice.
a camera and snapped a picture of him holding that sign up. We'd have put it up on the website.
He was mad because it wasn't a real dick in his hand.
Oh, Voss, that's not
Shut
polite.
up, those Broadway faggots. Let me tell you something about this.
If you want
I
to
don't even
sue
know.
anyone, his name is Rich Voss. Rich
I
Voss.
tried
said that.
hitting dump
I didn't
buttons
say
around
anything.
here.
We have no idea if this guy.
I try
what
hitting
this
dump
guy
buttons.
does.
I don't know if they work or not around
I
here.
don't know. I didn't say any guy's name, but they're a bunch of liberals that get so mad at everything. They're just a bunch of babies. You can't say this, say that. The goddamn. You know what? If Janine Garofalo was in here saying that shit, they wouldn't have a problem. Why? Am I in trouble or something?
No, go.
No, I just
point.
fucking, forget it. It's just liberals.
Dude, I personally, I can't see why anyone who runs a Broadway channel would be offended by the term shit dick. I don't know why that would bother
What
them
is
or
that?
affect them at all.
Right.
It has
it's
nothing
just
to do with
in
them.
here?
What?
No. What?
What? Shut up, you coward. What? Jesus, will you be a man for once? Stop going. He's looking around. Is he here? Shut up.
I
I
get all
didn't say that.
scared like the guy might be here.
No, I thought it was like an
What's he going to
SM
do,
thing.
run in and sing at you? Shut your mouth. I didn't appreciate that. Get back in the closet studio. That is a closet studio, as it should be.
Voss, stupid Voss. Fuck off, Voss. Gonna come in and sing and dance at his face.
Right. The Jets versus the shit dicks. Yuck.
Oh, my God.
How about that? You know what? I don't want to offend anybody's sense of decency. So what? You know what may have to happen?
Yeah.
No longer permitted in the studio.
We don't want to upset anybody.
Yes, that might have to be the
Unfortunately.
new
Well,
rule.
he entered our atmosphere here, so.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody's waving it around. That sign is up in the top corner. You don't have to look at it.
Right.
Get a hold of yourself.
But this is part of the workplace.
The workplace.
So we need to, get rid of anything. And I heard that there was some offense taken at the
it goes to that, right?
nude
right
woman
up there.
pictures.
So the guy's holding the sign and waving it to the engineer, and he goes, "I mean, come on, shit, dick, what is this?" And then he throws the sign down, right? The theater guild guy sitting right here, and he goes, he's like, "We walked in here, and I didn't notice until about a couple of minutes we're doing the interview that all this indecency is in here. I mean, if I would have known," and he points to the
hot naked
wonderful
pictures, wall of hot
beautiful girls.
Right. And the last one is one of the girls that were in the studio here, young, nude, on all fours on a bed.
Yeah, that's the girl that
giving
took
a sexy little look.
Well, that's the girl that took 3 fingers, Anthony.
Right.
Yep.
And there is nothing offensive about that photo.
Nope, she's just
It is a
topless.
beautiful photo.
Beautiful. She's not in the Opie and Anthony studio.
Yeah.
3 fingers. I got her beat by 2.
It's very surprising that somebody else from Broadway would be offended by the naked girls. And it's amazing. These are probably the same people that would scream if you complained about Robert Mapplethorpe's work. These are probably the same people that would fight for his right to freedom of expression.
Right.
Because you're a homophobe if you find Mapplethorpe repugnant. When it's a bunch of naked girls, well, now it's a problem in, here's our favorite term, the workplace.
The workplace. This is where we create. Yes. We come in on a daily basis and talk and get ideas, and a lot of that is based on our environment. We can't sit at those cubicles and start talking back and forth and do the show that we do in here because the atmosphere just isn't conducive to this type of show. We come in, we like the atmosphere, it's comfortable. I think you could tell even the first few shows before we really got comfortable in here, it's a little off, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And then as time goes by and we add and personalize the studio more, it becomes more familiar and friendly and more us, and we do, we're able to create better.
It's called a studio because artists work in a studio.
Right.
So go back to your cubicle because that's where you belong.
Yeah.
You are an office dullard, and you consider this a workplace. So go back to the cubicle.
Yeah.
And whatever it is you do in the cubicle is your business.
If you want to go to your closet and conduct an interview,
that's what you should do.
Fine.
The little closet office.
Right.
You should get back in that closet and just begin interviewing people. That's where you should do your interviews.
Exactly.
There is a little closet with a little bit of office, with a little bit of microphones. That's where you can do all your interviews.
That's it.
You know?
Absolutely.
But don't
do you
come
think
in
at
here.
Broadway, when they're rehearsing for shows, do you think there's little things up on the walls and in the dressing rooms? Do you think maybe there's a picture of, I don't know, some guy with tight abs?
Yeah, Baryshnikov.
Muscles. Baryshnikov or something?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe. That inspires them.
Sure. Pair of tights that show off his mule and his bag and his veins. You don't hear any complaints about that, I'll bet.
Are you talking about Ben? I thought you were talking about our own Ben Sparks for a moment.
I can't imagine why they'd be offended.
So what else, Eric? That was about it, or didn't they talk to Bruce, the guy that runs the New York office?
That's where this is leading. So
Okay.
the theater guild guy, is pointing to the pictures of the girls.
Yeah.
He goes, I mean, look at this. Next time, this is all has to be taken down. It's like we have to get rid of all of this.
Next time.
Right? So, like Bruce said, came in, and Bruce goes, oh, wait a minute. Whether you like it or not, these guys run this place. And until I'm told different, you do not touch anything, you leave it here, and this is their studio. And Bruce says, oh, we'll just find some other place for you to record.
Very good. See,
Thank
Bruce
you, Bruce.
knows.
Bruce is a huge fan
Bruce
of the show.
is the man.
He is the man.
Well, he knows we're not going around, and telling as much as we bust balls or whatever, we're not telling anybody else in the office we're not pretending we're offended at anything they do or trying to get them to change the way they run business at all. I would never go into that other studio and care what they're doing. Ever.
No.
If they were in this studio, I would never care what they were doing.
And if you had to use that studio for something, you'd go in there, use it, and would it matter what was there?
None
or
of my
hanging up
business.
Right, none of your business.
And it's not the Frank's Place guy that we're talking about. I like him. I see him a lot. We say hello now, and
He's conformed.
Yeah.
Well, a little awkwardness at the beginning, and now we're all finding a way to coexist.
Yeah, we don't mind the Oompa Loompa anymore.
We like him.
There's the Oompa Loompa update. We don't mind him anymore.
Because
I nod at him now.
Again,
I'm almost to the point where I'm going to actually say hi. I nod, though.
We are arrogant dickheads. And
No,
in fairness,
not.
we
We really
are.
are.
We came in here, and look, here was the attitude. Hello, little man. Beat it. Take your sign down and tell your story walking. We were kind of dickheads about it. I'll acknowledge that. I certainly was. Walking around the office talking to Bruce. I can't wait to get these shitty cubicles out of here so bands can come in and play. Sorry, I know you've been working and sweating here. So, all right, I can see why some people wouldn't like us.
All right.
You walked around all cocksure.
Speaking of...
Cock of the walk, Ant. Cock of the walk. Although I'm sure that wouldn't offend certain people. Just speculating. I don't have anybody in mind, of course. Yuck.
That's it for the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Golly gosh.
Catch Opie and Anthony live on XM 202 Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Pacific with replays throughout the day. Want more? Go to opieandanthony.com.